I should do there too.
This is a HeadGum podcast.
Welcome to another all-new episode of All Fantasy Everything. I am your host, Ian Carmel, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by Sean Jordan and David Borey, two very funny stand-up comedians, and we have convened in the HeadGum Studios today to fantasy draft malls.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So let's introduce. So excited for this! It's a topic that the three of us are very passionate about. First, let's introduce the guest, Sean Jordan from Sioux Falls, South Dakota,
Best city in the world, dude.
and then made his way to Portland, Oregon. Where do you rank that one?
I mean, it's a close second.
Close second, and now a citizen of Los Angeles, California, performing stand-up comedy. You probably heard him on Doug Loves Movies. You've probably seen him doing stand-up comedy all over the place. You can follow him on Twitter at Sean S. Jordan, or on Instagram at Sean Cougar Melon Jordan. That's correct.
I just like hearing it. It's a fun one.
You were saying you could do that with any name.
You can't.
Yeah.
Cougar Melon Caramel?
Oh my God.
Oh man, I never even think about it.
Ian Cougar Melon Carmel.
Cougar Melon Carms, dude.
I love that,
Cougar
dude.
Melon Carms for the rest of the night, dog.
Melon Car. I love how he went by Johnny Cougar, and the Cougar was completely fake.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, well, I'm gonna go by my real name, guys, John Mellencamp. And he was like, but I can't lose that Cougar page.
It's too good. You got
It's too
people
good.
calling you Cougar. You can't just like turn your back on that.
You know
Rolling
what's
through
dope?
the party named Cougar.
Yeah, like that's
Colin-
incredible.
Yesterday we were talking about John Bon Jovi, and we were just wondering if anybody has ever said, like, Jonathan Bon Jovi and Richard Sambora are going to come over to a dinner party.
Just some super pretentious MC. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Bon Jovathan
Esquire.
and Richard Saint Sambora.
That Richard one, like, oh yeah, I do Richard Sambora's taxes, so
It's
I mean,
actually,
I'm up there.
it's actually Richard. One day he rolls in like, guys, it's Richard now.
Get out of here. Go change it back to Richie, and then we'll record.
Did I ever tell you my idea for a knockoff autograph company? Where
Whoa.
you said it's a knockoff autograph company, and you sell autographs that are pretty close. So instead of John Bon Jovi, you sell a guitar signed by Bon John Jovi.
Whoa, you're gonna make $1 million.
Right? And see if anyone notices, like, wait a minute, Bon John Jovi.
That's
You know,
perfect for,
anybody
like,
would know.
gifts.
Like,
Oh,
because you can't read signatures anyways. That's genius.
exactly. All sales are final, by the way. That other voice you're hearing right now is David Borey. Yeah, from from Denver originally,
Yes, sir.
and made his way to the Bay Area,
Yes,
and
sir.
now a fellow citizen of Los Angeles.
I'm an Angelino.
Los Angelino is one of the angels in the city of Angel.
Yes, baby.
You amazing stand-up comedian. You've seen him on MTV. You've seen him all over the place doing stand-up. You can follow him on Twitter at the G is silent, which I have to say is the best Twitter name.
No, I'm never moving.
It's the best Twitter name.
Yeah, it was like it worked out so well for me.
Because your name starts with a G, but it's pronounced Borey.
Yeah.
And on top of it, the G is silence.
A lot of the best rap lyrics say the G is
They
silent.
talk about how rappers who are very not silent people. They talk a lot
No.
for a living, in fact.
The real G's move in silence like lasagna.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite two things, rap and lasagna.
People call you the Garfield of stand-up comedy.
I've
A lot
been
of
known to
people-
hate Mondays.
You can also follow you on Instagram at CoolGuyJokes87, which says it all.
Yeah, it's really everything you need to know about what I got going on.
He's a cool guy.
Right there.
You got jokes. You were born in 87.
You know?
And you got 87 cool jokes.
And I got 87 cool
And
jokes.
he's,
Couldn't after
87 ways to change the game.
absolutely 87 liners on the dresser. Yes.
87 bullets in the clip.
You can see Sean at Liquid Laughs, by the way, November 17th to the 20th in Boise, Idaho. If you're in Boise, get your shit together and go see him. You can see David Borey at the New York Comedy Festival, November 6th. Now, no further reason to dally, gentlemen.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. What we're going to do right now is determine the draft order, the way we do here on All Fantasy Everything. with a tense, high stakes game of rock paper scissors between Sean and David. This is rock paper scissors shoot. So you put it on you throw it on shoot.
2 out of 3, or are we just going 1 and
We're just doing one and done.
Shit.
This is a Super Bowl, not the NBA Finals. All right.
Football rules. Okay.
All right. So let's get to it. Whenever you're ready.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Woo!
Do it.
Boy, take it. Sean Jordan with rocks over scissors.
Man.
I have to say, the seeker sitting in almost always wins the rock
I
paper
feel it.
scissors.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
I feel like I was like channeling past fucking drafters.
All right. You felt the ghost.
Yeah.
The ghost whispered rock in the
Yeah.
ear.
The ghost of scissors pass.
Yeah. So David, as the winner, it is upon you to determine the draft order, and I invite you to do so now.
I'm gonna have to say me first.
First.
I gotta say Sean second, because I feel like he's real strong, and then
Yeah.
I just saw his list and it was mad long.
Sean's got an amazing. Sean's list has footnotes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's written on paper, but you can click links on it still somehow.
I feel like you have a lifetime of mall experiences.
There's some blood on it.
It was torn out of the hands of a lesser man.
I had to walk down Skid Row to make this.
All right, fantastic. So without further ado, the very first pick of the All Fantasy Everything Mall Edition belongs to David Boyd. You're on the clock, my friend.
I'm going first and foremost out of the gate. I'm going outlet malls.
Outlet malls.
Motherfucking U.S. Polo Association. $4 for a 6-pack of fancy socks. I'm going Orange Julius Warehouse. Like that's what.
That one where you go get the powder?
Yeah, where you just get the
make it at
powder,
home?
you make it at home. And I got my NutriBullet from the Kitchen Made fucking outlet.
Outlet malls are strong, and that's it. I have to remind everyone listening that everything involving malls is in play.
Right,
and
right,
outlet
right.
malls, I didn't expect that to go first, but that is a strong
It's
pick.
because everybody sleeps on it, but every time you go to an outlet mall, you come up crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's so cheap. I buy like dish towels, like shit I didn't even know.
Yeah, stuff and you're like, oh, I need that. I didn't know that I needed that, but like I got that.
Right. You walk into an outlet mall not knowing what you're in for. You walk out with like a tea kettle.
Dude,
You
I
know?
remember one summer I worked like all summer.
Yeah.
There was this outlet mall in Castle Rock outside of Denver. I worked all summer because I just wanted some Air Force Ones going back to school.
Yeah.
And I went to the Nike outlet mall and they had all the crazy colors
Yeah.
that nobody at school had. I got like 3 pairs.
There is a outlet mall in Centralia, Washington.
I've been there. I've been to that outlet.
And there's a Nike factory outlet in that.
Yeah.
And they have like, I was just talking to Nathaniel Friedman, aka Free Darko, when I was up in Portland, aka Bethlehem Shoals. And he was telling me, because he's worked with Nike a bunch, he was telling me the Centralia outlet is the one where they also send all their never worn return stuff. So like, they get like real good shit up there.
Yeah.
You'll get like unique, like crazy colorways, like limited edition drops. Like you can go to the Centralia outlet, and this is a hot tip for anyone going between Portland and Seattle. You can go in there and get like limited run, like they only put out 250 of them, like Air Jordans and shit like that.
See, man, that's outlet malls are so, because you got it's like everybody thinks it's for like fat moms or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you can no.
They got
no.
more than-
Shout out to the fat moms out there.
Oh, we love fat moms.
Yeah, I'm not out here like that's my wheelhouse.
I sort of consider myself a fat mom.
Yeah,
I'm not haven't been given the gift of birth, but like, yeah.
I feel like I got like a fat mom rising. Like
You are, yeah. You're on the hot fat moms 30 under 30 list.
Yeah. Oh man.
I didn't even know what an outlet mall was until I was like 6. Well, like 13 probably, because I grew up in Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
We just didn't. I mean,
There was just the one mall.
They're
There was
always
the
in
one big
weird
ass mall.
places.
Yeah, they're
Why is
never
that?
in normal spots.
There was one on the way up to Minneapolis that we stopped at Shakopee, I think. And that like we would get Old Navy there before we had an Old Navy in town even.
Yeah.
It's like it was a treat for us to go get trashy
That
shit.
was the closest place the Old Navy had set up shop.
man.
That's the only harbor they docked in.
I was like, dog, check this hoodie out. And they're like, that's Old Navy, dude. I'm like, yeah, no, hot,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's
Like that.
My brand new Old Navy school here.
Why are the outlet malls in Oregon? There's one like 40 miles outside of Portland on the way to Salem.
Woodburn. There was
Woodburn.
But yeah,
What
we used to go
is-
get skate shoes.
And then there's one like at the beach.
What is that? Like, I feel like it's like, so are these people out in the middle of nowhere just super fresh and nobody knows?
I don't know. Yeah, are there like just
'Cause-
people walking around stunting in Woodburn, Oregon?
Yes.
Whenever I go
Yes,
to the outlet,
There are.
whenever I go out to the outlet mall, like, because there was one in San Francisco, like, way outside, like, back of Fayetteville,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like people from there. It all
Right.
looks like people who came from the city to cop a deal. You
It
know what I
probably
mean?
is. They
I mean,
just
why
drive
not?
out there and go shot.
And you make a day out of it. I don't want to step on any of their picks, but like, there's a lot of mall stuff that I will make a day out of
Yeah.
when I go. Like, we would go to the outlet mall in Woodburn and just, it was our day. We'd go to a skate park, we'd buy like 3 pairs of skate shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a rule that says they have to be X amount of distance from
I
the,
bet.
from the
From
big
the
stores
actual
that sell that
retailer.
stuff.
Probably.
Where if it's like, the Lane Bryant outlet cannot be within
Yeah,
40 miles of
In
any
the parking
actual
lot
Lane
of the mall,
Bryant.
they're like, don't even go in.
Don't
It's
it-
right here.
Yeah.
Well, because I
Right
think
here.
about it, like I would never, if I could go to an outlet mall all the time, I would never. Why would I go to Nike Town, where everything's $700?
If you could get the same product for
If
way
I could get
cheaper.
the same shit out in the cut, like
Especially with, sorry, Sean, go ahead.
I'm just gonna sound like an asshole, but if I had the money, I would buy stuff in an expensive store over an outlet
the
mall.
outlet.
I mean-
I know I would.
I would do that when I got new money just for the culture. But then
Yeah.
once I settled into being a rich guy, I would go back to my
I'm with
outlet.
That's how you stay rich.
I'm with
That's how you
yeah.
stay rich. Is the outlet.
Especially with stuff like socks, like
Yeah.
underwear. All my boxer briefs are like Sue Carmel's hitting the outlets, on her way to the casino
Yeah.
in Lincoln City. She's like, can I hook you up? And I've just got like all these Under Armour boxer briefs. Shout out to
Yeah.
Under Armour boxer briefs, by the way.
Can I say shout out to Casual Mail XL for their in-store boxer
I
briefs?
love Casual
Crazy.
Mail
I'm wearing them
XL.
right now. Those are my favorite boxer briefs.
Casual Mail XL. They've been an integral part of my life.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
I was looking for tall tees one time,
Yeah.
large. So I go
Back when you were in the
casual.
Crips.
Yeah.
A whole nother podcast.
I was getting ready to go to that D4L concert.
I was looking for tall tees to wear, and so I go in. I was like, "Hey, do you guys have like extra tall, large tall tees?" And he goes, "We got 4XL t-shirts."
No,
That's a huge difference, dog. I would be such a ghetto gown on me if I put on a 4XL t-shirt.
You would look like White Dame Dash. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Never wear the same
Man.
4XL twice. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
That's actually also my goal.
Yeah.
Never wear the same 4XL twice.
David
Yeah.
Dash,
Come
David
from a
Dash,
different place.
I'm hoping to never wear the same 4XL ever again.
Yeah.
But there were days.
Man, that's how it goes.
There were. Because you don't want that. You don't have to be too young. You don't want like the tight fit on the 3XL.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want it to be too young. I mean, I used to wear some big. I had size 38 cross colors when I was in like 6th grade.
Man.
38
Man.
ways cross colors.
That's
And
what I
cross
did.
colors were
They
huge
were
anyways.
and they were turquoise. These motherfuckers were
You had turquoise cross colors.
turquoise, size 38 cross colors.
Man.
You and Alonzo Mourning were wearing the same pants.
I mean, it was, dude, love
His fade was way tighter, but like me and Zoe had the same.
When Alonzo was on the Hornets, did he have those team issued cross colors?
Oh my god, the TV shoot cross color. He just
One
like that, like the
purple,
Muggsy
one
Bogues jersey. No shirt underneath.
Muggsy Bogues was in the cross color.
Bugs, dude, he was in the pockets. Just diamond.
Hey, Muggsy, let me
Passing
get
his car keys and shit. Folks, let me get the keys to the range.
I'm gonna lead you on this one, yeah.
Oh man, how come they never had like a cartoon like Bogues and Zoe?
Bogues and Zoe and Grandmama and Larry Johnson.
And Larry Johnson was a savage. He had a gold tooth. What a
I
motherfucker.
know he did. He had that like fucking like gold that
Yep.
Lawrence Taylor
And a
like
part
lyric
in the
gold
middle.
tooth.
The middle part.
And then Rex Chapman plays their like mean boss.
Oh
you
man,
know?
that would be such a good show. Like them as children.
That would be somebody. In fact, copyright patent pending.
Yeah.
David Bory.
Hollywood.
Pitch that show to Adult Swim right now.
Yo. Just set in their heyday. Oh man.
Set in their heyday like a all that what was it, the cartoon All Stars or whatever. It was like Wayne Gretzky and Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
But like a way less like
Way
heroic
cool.
version of it.
And like Larry Johnson's always like getting in fights. He's like the Raphael.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like they have to try to figure out.
Yeah, they gotta calm him down. Larry
Johnson, calm down.
Don't do this.
Muggsy and Alonzo have to figure out how to get Larry Johnson out of the King of Diamonds strip club in Atlanta
Oh my god.
because he spent more money than he had.
This crap is changing my next pick, but you're not. But it's almost. I got a pick that might come up later.
Well,
that is gonna heavily involve it.
Speaking of which, David
Okay.
Bory went outlet malls with the first pick.
Up top.
Up top. Now it is time for Sean Jordan to make his first pick, the second pick of the first round of the All Fantasy Everything Malls draft.
All right, we're gonna go the second pick. we're gonna go disc jockey.
What's this?
See, I was wondering. So
No,
it's
this is
like
fine.
FYE.
Oh, like Sam
It's like
Goody.
that.
Well, let's take
Sam
Sam
Goody.
Goody Tower Record.
Yeah.
So let's
Okay.
count this as
Ours is
CD
record
jockey.
stores in the mall.
Well, like CD store, just where you could go in and like listen to music.
Yeah.
And like I would just go poke around in the hip hop section, just so people looked at me and knew that I listened to rap. Like that was one of my big.
They
things.
couldn't
I'd be
tell
like,
by the size 38 turquoise cross colors.
I just really wanted to drive the point home. Like, look at these pants, dude.
You just noticed me over here. Now, disc jockey, was that like? I mean, God, there were so many of those records.
Yeah,
Like,
it was-
did they
there was
also
plenty.
have movies and like posters and stuff like that? Was it one of those
That
ones?
was a big part of it, like going in and just looking at like, almost naked women on the posters.
I love that they had that big
Yeah. Oh,
portfolio.
Or
You could
like-
get that poster that said like goals, and it would be a garage with like 6 Lamborghinis. in
Yeah,
it.
Eminem with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a classic.
And then buying a couple and like having those oddly in your room and you're
Dude.
like telling girls like, yeah, that's my Eminem poster.
Yeah, that's my
I
Eminem
thought it'd be
poster.
a lot tighter.
That's
when I bought
that's
this
Cartman
Yeah, it's Carmen.
from South Park.
I keep them next to each other.
There's Cartman dressed like a Green Beret. I got that at Disc Jockey.
Yeah.
So,
Those posters, man, were I had a South Park one where it was like Kenny, where please excuse me, I have explosive diarrhea. I just had that
Oh,
poster up
that's a good poster.
in my room, just like walking in. This is my space.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
This
find my
is
peace in
con
here.
zone, man.
And this diarrhea joke poster is helping me get there.
I went up in Disc Jockey one time after my 1998 Ford Probe Cherry Red ate my doggy style tape.
Oh no.
And so I went into Disc
That's the
Jockey.
best sentence.
Got a new tape, and the guy looking, he's like, "Gotta have doggy style in the car." And I was like, "You're goddamn right, you gotta have doggy style." It ate it. We were at the mall maybe 5 minutes later. I was like, "Stop everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
What else we're gonna listen to?"
Right, exactly. We got
Chronic.
Chronic.
I mean, you want to keep listening to the Chronic because we played that.
Because
I
we
love-
played
yeah.
that. And the skits aren't as good, quite frankly.
Yeah, they
But
are.
I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
Doggy Style did have the best skits.
Doggy Style had amazing
They
skits.
were,
Yeah.
they were really good.
Chronic was just what the 10 or the
10,000
Dimebag
sack
tournament.
pyramid.
Yeah,
or whatever.
that's what it was. Yeah.
They had a bunch, but like Doggy Style had that like, "Hey, yo, what's up, A-Ron?"
Yeah. I think it's because Snoop is funnier than Dre. I don't think Dr. Dre's very funny.
I don't think he's ever
funny at
been
all.
funny.
Yeah,
I
like,
think
but
he's good
Snoop
at
is
finding
hilarious.
funny talent. Like
Yeah.
Eminem's funny.
Eminem's funny, Snoop's
I
funny.
don't know if Kendrick is funny. He's probably pretty funny.
I bet
He's a little self-serious, it seems.
I
Yeah.
bet you low key though he's hilarious.
He probably when he's hanging out with the other TDE
Sure.
guys.
Yeah, like him and like Ab Soul just like in
Yeah.
a room with nobody around.
Probably cracking each other up.
Because he watches Martin, so I feel like
Oh, that's true.
so he must
probably,
be
yeah.
like he gets it.
You think Schoolboy's funny? Here's
No.
what I
I think Schoolboy's not funny.
I think he wants everyone to think he's so hard so he doesn't act funny.
Yeah, but like lately he seems like he's so like I feel like once he started dressing crazier,
Yeah.
he just started doing crazier stuff. So maybe he's funny. I mean, I want all my rappers to be
I
funny.
do too.
I
It's
like
weird if
my
they're not.
there.
Yeah, I want Danny Brown to be the funniest.
You know
person.
Danny Brown's funny.
He has to be,
He
right?
has to be. Vince Staples is legit hilarious.
Vince Staples.
Really?
Vince
Yeah.
Staples. There's like videos. We're getting so off topic. Well, fuck it. There are videos on YouTube. Like if you do the Pitchfork does this thing called like overrated, underrated,
Yeah.
where they'll just throw out like Santa Claus, overrated, underrated, and they'll let the guests talk about it. Vince Staples did it, and he is hilarious on it. You gotta check it out.
Yeah.
Vince Staples is like legit.
You know
He's a
who
ton of
else is
rappers
funny
good, huh?
is Kevin Gates.
Oh, Kevin Gates is
And
good.
there's an interview where he's singing, what's that song? And then I turn on the TV. That's about the time that bitch.
Oh yeah, Blink-182.
Yo,
Blink-182,
Kevin
yeah.
Gates is singing that whole song on some interview, and it's hilarious. Like, it's the funniest shit ever.
Everybody listening, David the G is Silent Boy, while he was singing that song, was basically pedaling a bike with his hands.
There was-
Is that not the dance?
Do that right now.
Is that not the dance? The hand pedal?
No,
That's what that music
I
makes
just
you
wanted
do.
everyone to know.
Millie rocking to
Oh,
Blink-182 lyrics.
I watched so many videos of just children Millie rocking.
It's so joyful.
It's a good dance.
Blink-182, another poster you could get at Disc Jockey.
That is,
Yes.
yeah,
Super hot
absolutely.
I had such a love for them underground for so. I thought I couldn't tell people.
I know we were not supposed to like it for a while.
Yo, but What's My Age Again was like that song is so great. And then what's that one song? It like the super whiny.
Adam's
I
song is
trace the
great.
chord back
Adam's
to.
song.
Adam's song, yeah.
Oh my god,
All
this
about
shit is
suicide.
great.
It's such a bummer, but it's such a good song. It's
Yeah.
an skate video.
Remember the time you spilled the cup of apple juice on the wall or floor?
I thought Blink 182 was in here.
No, that was just me. You enjoyed it.
No.
I fucking love Blink 182, man.
They're great.
Yeah, it
They're
was a little
great.
easier in the suburbs of Beaverton, Oregon, to be open about it.
Yeah, it was just not the time for me because rap was so big at that time.
Yeah.
It was like you had to choose sides, man.
Travis Barker bridged the gap a couple times. You know,
He
He
did.
did. He's got a
drummed in,
song with RZA that's off the rack.
and he was a drumming
So
in the
good.
Puff Daddy video.
Yeah.
Did you ever see him? He did this thing where he did like a drum. He just played the drums to fucking what's that shit? Soulja Boy.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
And he's just like playing the shit out of
He
the
fucking,
drums,
it's
too.
a
It's
way
pretty
better
great.
version of that song.
Yeah, because that song sucks.
Yeah, yeah. Go look in the hole. Yeah, not
Yeah.
a fan.
Other Soulja Boy songs though, good. I don't
Yeah.
shit on that.
Soulja Boy's good. Shout out to Sean Hyken if he's listening. He's a basketball writer who is a huge Soulja Boy
Oh,
fan.
man. I like new Soulja Boy. Like,
Yeah.
All this go
Oh.
on me feeling like a king.
He's got this song called Drop that's like really, really good.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Good for Soulja Boy. He figured it out. He found a way.
Yeah, get
Found a way. Dude, at disc jockey, could you take any CD up to the front and be like, can I listen to this?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh no, you couldn't. But
Oh,
they
you
had
couldn't?
the digital where you could basically pick
Yeah.
and listen to every CD they had on catalog. You didn't have to like take it out.
And they wouldn't know.
Oh,
You could just
okay.
they had like little headphone stations where
Yeah.
it was the dope.
The headphones thing, there were two.
Yeah.
There were two moves in the head. There was the digital ones, and then there was also one where they would have like 6 CDs.
Yeah, and you would just pick one.
Yeah, and you're like, I'll listen to this.
Yeah.
They had like the digital ones. They had like some movie paraphernalia stuff, and you could just like
And like
Oh,
those,
yeah.
like those first run like Todd McFarlane figurines. You
Yeah,
go
like a
spawn.
thinking about it now, like I'm
Independence Day keychain.
visualizing walking into disc jockey. I'm tripping on it. They had like all the band T-shirts.
Yeah.
Not the. Well, I don't want to step on another pick, but like good, fun, cool
You
band.
could get a
T-shirts.
corn beanie,
Oh,
like just a corn themed beanie. With the corn with a K, by the
I
way.
used to have. What I got at disc jockey was a Snoop Dogg. So I got a black bandana, a black
Yeah.
rag that had Snoop Dogg all over print on it, and it was his Snoop logo that was the SN, and then the 2 O's were eyes,
Yeah.
and then the P was
Oh,
the
yeah,
nose.
yeah.
There was a blunt hanging out.
How much would you love to have that now, by the way?
Oh,
I would, dude.
God.
I wore it to Carousel Skate, and this big dude, Derek Duncan, came up to me and he's like, "You think you're Snoop Dogg?" And he acted like he was gonna put my face into some dog shit, and then he just started, and he found some, and he just started laughing, and he was huge,
Oh my god.
terrifying. And I
What was he doing at the skate park?
No, at the Carousel Skate, the skating rink.
Oh.
Makes less sense, by the way.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
skate park I could buy.
It's
no,
not-
no. This was a roller skating rink.
Yeah, it's bad for our ankles.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
not a lot of fat dudes on
imagine the dude
rollerblades.
who was like 20 working there, selling the Snoop Dogg bandana to a 13-year-old kid like you.
Yeah.
Go wear this. Go wear this out in the world.
Yeah.
You knew how
Oh,
bad it
man.
was gonna be for you.
This guy's seen a little more of the world.
A little more Sioux Falls, by the way. So maybe he was. Maybe he was just like, damn, this is the last one.
Oh, that's so funny.
Excellent pick. So we're going with the mall record stores.
Yeah,
Which is a very
mall
specific
Yeah,
one.
that's solid.
Specifically disc jockey, but then let's let that pick
I
be
thought this
Sam
jockey was
Goody.
national until just now.
No. Well, it might have been. It's just in
Yeah,
Florida,
no, yeah.
it was like a Sam Goody and a FYE.
Like,
I remember
Yeah.
FYE.
Sometimes you go to a mall and an FYE will still be hanging on.
oddly, dude.
Just looking crazy, like at the Loch Ness Monster, like this dinosaur that
You
somehow
go to like
survived.
Bemidji, Minnesota. Or
Yeah,
something.
what are they selling?
They seem to sell like DVDs.
They
And-
switched. A lot of them switched over to DVD.
They
Do you
went
remember
more movie heavy.
Suncoast?
Yeah,
Still on Suncoast in the Lloyd Center in Portland, Oregon.
It's hilarious.
All right, I will be making my first pick, the third pick of the first round, the final pick, right, of the first round. And I gotta go with food. I gotta go with the food court.
Oh,
I gotta go with
man.
the mall
Yeah,
food
dude.
court.
Yeah.
Let me just.
Yeah, I
Cross that
gotta
out.
delete one too.
I almost feel bad taking this because it's such a big.
But
It's
you
a.
can subculture.
I'm gonna.
And you gotta take it in the first round.
You got it.
It's
It's
too solid.
definitely a first round
It's too
pick.
good. It's too good.
I earnestly love a food court. If I was a man free of shame, unencumbered of shame, with no need to impress anyone, I would eat most of my meals at the food court.
It's so fun. It's such a pleasurable.
It's so good.
And I love that where you just like you walk up there and it's just like anything can happen. bro.
Anything could happen.
Anything can happen.
You just walk in there and it's just this beautiful world. It feels like the first time the kids walk into the Charlie Chocolate
chocolate
Factory.
factory?
Yeah.
Have
You know what it feels like to me? Scarface's front room,
Yeah.
where you just see that globe that says the world is
The
yours.
world is
And
yours.
you're just like, yeah, I can do anything right now.
Have you ever walked to the food court and been like, you know what? I want a taco.
Yeah.
I want a piece of pizza.
Absolutely.
And you
Yeah.
can do that, and it's nobody can
Dude,
look at you
that
and be
was
like,
my-
your whole fucking plate is tacos, dog. Like,
Yeah.
don't get mad at me.
I got 2 spots in one food court. I was gonna draft that.
Dude, two spots.
Yo.
I'm almost bummed I drafted mine.
Yo, I would go like it was all about, you had to be fly with it, so you had to get like you get like Sbarro pizza,
Yes.
and then you'd have a
Thick
Orange
pizza.
Julius. Like, yo, who could stop me? Like, who could stop me right now?
I'm gonna, by the way, liberate Orange Julius from the mall food court. If anyone wants to be, because a lot of malls I've been to, the Orange Julius has been floating in a separate location from the rest of the
Oh, yeah,
food
it's a
court.
Yeah, it's like its own.
They could've-
Tacoma Mall in Washington State was like that.
Yeah.
There was the food court, but then there was Orange Julius
Yeah,
downstairs.
Washington Square in Portland, Oregon, or
Yeah.
Tigard, Oregon. It's a floater. It's almost like it's too good. Like it came
It's
up
too
with the
good.
rest of
It
them.
is too good for the food
It's a
court.
little too good for the food. It's like, guys, we're not really doing
You know
this
what's
whole
fucked?
thing. Yeah.
Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Sioux Empire Mall, largest one-story mall in the country for quite a long time.
What about the Super Bowl
They're
in Washington?
Mall of America. In,
Oh,
wait.
okay, that makes sense.
Well, anyway, the Orange Julius, you couldn't get other like Dairy Queen stuff at the Orange Julius, and that's when I found out that Orange Julius was like its own separate.
Oh, that's
store.
before they united. Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day it was just.
So I used to go try to get chili dogs and shit, and they're like, it's Dairy Queen. Dude.
Yeah, this is because we weren't drinking smoothies like that when Orange Julius.
No, Orange Julius was
We
like,
weren't. There was no juice places. It was like Orange Julius, and that was. Or you could get a fucking milkshake.
you couldn't get away with Orange Julius now. You couldn't start it. Now it's firmly entrenched, but in this
Yeah.
world of
We
smoothies,
got too many drinks now.
yeah, there's too many drink options.
Like they were like, you could get orange, strawberry, or banana. That's
That was
what
it.
we do.
Now you go to Jamba Juice and they got a fucking they got a cheesecake factory. in there.
Dragon fruit and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
My friend Rat, I gotta tell this, my friend Rat one time
My
went
friend
into...
Rat, man.
Yeah, Rat.
Another good sentence.
Is his Jamba Juice still wheatgrass?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
wheatgrass
Yeah,
shots.
He goes
You
into
get
a
the
Jamba
shot.
Juice in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and he orders 2 shots of wheatgrass from this girl working, and then he picks it up and he goes, cheers, and he cheers her, and he took his shot, and she took one, like, okay, and then he just walked out without paying.
Classic Rat. Classic Rat move.
Why you call Rat? Yeah.
This guy you're scamming for wheatgrass.
Scamming for wheatgrass.
I didn't even know you could do. I never even thought about stealing health food.
That's the only time Rat did that, by the way.
Oh, that's
That ain't a
fucking
big help
amazing.
food guy.
That's a good move. What's your you? It's hard to pick a favorite food court spot,
Oh shit.
but I think Sbarro's is good. Sbarro's does that thick cut of pizza.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
like
thick
mall,
pizza.
but you had to get it fresh because
Yeah.
it had been out for a minute.
It sits.
The cheese was all hard and it was nasty.
It goes bad fast.
Yeah.
I don't think Sbarro's is my favorite though, man. I like Sbarro's.
I'm trying. You know what? And I can't even fuck with it anymore because it's just like too much.
Yeah.
But Cinnabon,
Oh yeah, I can't do it anymore. Either.
it's like I had
That's
one
the
like,
rest of my day.
I had one like a few years ago and it was just like I couldn't even believe it. It's like, but that shit does taste.
You used to metabolize it. When I was like 16, I could just wolf one down and be like, all right, let's go do some stuff.
Yeah, let's go hang out.
Your
But now
body
it's
breaks
like,
it down.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I'm just like, nah.
Before football practice back in high school, we would go to Jack in the Box and get 2 cheeseburgers and a Diet Coke,
man.
and then just go to football practice and be fine.
I remember, dude, we used to have at the Safeway by my school. We used to have 2 big ass slices of Safeway pizza and
Yeah.
a drink for $1.50.
Oh fuck.
And me and Sam Talent, fourth period, we'd have an off hour, go just cram a bunch of pizza, and then go to practice and like not care.
And you're like totally fine. If I did that now,
I
I
can't
would
go
go to the
anywhere.
hospital.
Yeah, I can't go anywhere. My
You somehow
sugars get too high.
out of it, and you're like,
Yeah, your body like at one point your body was like real good at scrounging for energy. It's like throwing all the carbs to the side and it finds like the little bit of energy.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a cheeseburger. Now it's just like I'm not gonna go to the fucking bins at Goodwill and try to
Yeah.
find the one good shirt in there.
my favorite food court spot was a place called Taco John's, and it's more of
Oh.
a Midwest thing, but
Oh, I've
It's
been
a
there.
Midwest
I've been to
thing.
Taco
oh,
John's.
yeah, they have them in Denver.
Yeah.
Similar vibe to Taco Time, kind of
Yeah,
like a
Taco Time.
Taco Time.
Man.
Good.
Taco Time in the Lloyd
Give
Center. That was
big ups to Taco Time one time, man.
Taco Time.
Mexi
Taco Time is
fries
fucking
on
good.
point for
Crispy
years.
burritos, dude.
Oh, crispy
We're looking
burritos.
for sponsors, Taco Time. You guys send money. Just send the tacos and
It's got a ring
burritos.
to
That
it.
would be the
Right,
flyest my shit if you were sponsored. You were an LA-based podcast.
Sponsored by Taco
Sponsored by
Time.
Taco
Well,
Time.
if that's how you get a sponsor, then my favorite food court spot is Old English Malt Liquor.
Dude, I heard don't fuck with Old English because St. Ides is giving ants, but like whatever you want to do.
Yo, but for real though, St. Ides is so bad.
Some of that crooked eye. You remember the old commercials with Snoop Dogg in the commercials? That
Yeah.
he made it? It was like his character from the Doggy Style cover was the Saint Eye, the crooked eye logo guy.
You know, in St. Ides, or Snoop Dogg came back. Did you ever taste that Snoop Dogg Colt 45?
Yeah.
What was it called?
I can't
He had like several flavors.
Yeah,
That stuff.
there was a grip.
I drank everything rappers told me to.
Slurricane? You ever mess
Of course
with
it had
Slurricane?
Slurricane.
It's good. I like Slurricane.
Yeah, man.
It's like
Come on.
Yeah, man.
I just listened to a whole podcast where he talked about Slurricane. And I wasn't even mad. I was like, yeah, cool, man.
Get it,
His 40s are gross, though. The E40 40s.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, but
they're
to be
pretty
fair,
bad.
like no 40s. I drink Old English quite a bit because it's cheap and it's like I've acquired a taste, but never would I say that. Oh, this is so good.
Yeah, it's like sweet.
You never, the lady will have.
Nobody's ever. Maybe Billy D. Williams is
Billy D. Williams, my dude.
I'll have a 40 of Old English and a lady will be paying the bill.
As I don't have a bank account, this place doesn't take cash.
I'm in between checking the
Yeah. All my money is tied up in Taco Bell gift cards right
Would you
now.
like direct deposit?
Oh, my
You can
money's-
just mail the check to me.
My assets aren't liquid. I'm all tied up in Taco Bell gift cards.
I've literally been there before. Just like no cash at all, but just like $40 worth of gift cards in my wallet.
Don't get me wrong.
Trying to get some weed.
Yeah.
Dog.
My wealth is protected. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
It's just
no.
I'm all tied up in.
I have assets right now. I just don't. I'm cash poor.
Kelly Jordan still sends me, she sends me Taco Bizzle gift cards for like Christmas and shit. And in Portland, I was like, it's hard for me to get to a Taco Bell. Like,
Yeah,
there's one right around the way.
Yeah, yeah,
so, I'm to California.
Yeah, man. I live like right down the street from one. So if
Not
anybody
safe.
who loves me is listening this Christmas, what up, Hodge, man?
Yes.
5516 Media Drive, just send that shit.
If we can't get that Taco Bell sponsorship, we can at least get those Taco Bell gift cards. Please send
God,
them.
if like $1,000 is not.
I think, as a kid, I think I really loved hot dog on a stick. I love the whole vibe of it.
Oh, yeah,
I
that
like
was
the
good.
outfits.
That was
I like some
fun.
lemonade.
Is that the blue and red,
That's
yellow?
the blue and red and yellow
And
hat.
they got it's like tall, and then, yeah, the lemonade spot.
Yeah. And now, as an adult, I'm not going to say that not all Panda Express. Some of them have Panda Express. Some of them have independent Chinese food
Galleria has
restaurants.
2 Panda
Galleria,
Expresses.
the Galleria, home of the original Panda Express.
Really?
Has 2 Panda Expresses. Yeah.
Panda Expresses
What's
in the
is
same
there
mall.
any like different? Is it like Pan Express and then like the outlet where you get like the new colorways?
There's where you just get like purple chicken.
Yeah.
I want the because the original Panda Express is in there. I want them to have an item you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah,
You know?
that should be. You should like.
Yeah.
You should get something from going to the original.
From visiting Mecca. You
Yeah,
know?
hop on that. Like if anybody in the higher ups of Panda Express actually thought of that idea,
That's
they would
huge.
probably just do it.
That being said, I don't think Panda Express has had a new menu item ever.
No.
If it ain't broke.
Yeah, it's like that shit stays the same.
They'll bring stuff back, like they brought back General Tso's chicken
I mean,
recently, but like
You never saw Larry Bird wearing baggy shorts. You know what I mean? If
That's
they-
true. That's true. That's true, man. Classic.
I just fucking I love the food court. One thing I don't like about food courts nowadays is some of these like Chipotle's thinking in there. And
I
in
don't
a
like
food
this.
court-
I don't like this too classy.
No.
Chipotle's too good for me.
Chipotle's too good for the food
You
court.
can't
Yeah.
get your own hot sauce in a food court Chipotle, which sucks.
Oh,
because that's
yeah,
the only
it
reason
does
I like,
suck.
I like Chipotle and Qdoba because you can get your own bottle of hot sauce.
But that being said, I will openly say I steal hot sauce from Chipotle.
So do I.
100%.
On the reg. That smoky Chipotle,
Yeah.
you can't find it anywhere.
You can find it. It's like $9.
Yeah, so I take that shit all
No,
the time.
You cook
take
up a
it
chicken
for
breast at home. It goes great on the
Yeah,
chicken
oh my
breast.
god,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Part of the deal. I mean, that's just what they signed up
So
for.
just if you're not a food court restaurant, don't start sneaking into the food courts.
Yeah,
I want
we don't
restaurants
want
that you
you.
can only find at food courts.
Yeah, we don't want. What's that Cajun Grill? Have you ever seen
No.
that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
With like a crawdaddy.
Yeah. That's what I want. I
We
want.
want that. We want Steak Escape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
steak. Oh my god, I just don't want some shit I could just drive to.
No.
Like I gotta have been in the mall and foot action, and now I've picked up on.
Yeah. Like the Glendale Gallery has a Red Robin in it, and that's so
Yeah.
weird.
That's not.
When you
Even though
see-
Red Robin is mall quality,
It is.
but they didn't start in the mall. You
No,
know what I
it's course.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
like,
yeah. You don't move to the projects as an adult.
No.
I need all the food court like to be a theme, you know? And
Yeah.
like when there's a Chipotle, you look and you're like, what's that fashion boutique doing in the food court? And you're like,
100%.
oh, it's just
Yeah.
Chipotle. It's like
Yeah,
steel
yeah.
walls and shit.
Yeah, it's so modern and shit.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Chill.
I want that food court vibe where like reasonably 2 of the restaurants could trade employees and then nobody would know.
And
the
nobody
difference.
would know.
Yeah.
Just
Like,
a
we got the same
dead-eyed
flavors.
Latino tea.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I want.
Yeah, that's how I like it.
And not that you can't get that at Chipotle's, but just. And then also shout out to the samples. The people walking around with the samples trying to entice you over to their.
It's tight because most of the time they don't expect you to tell me.
They
They
don't.
You want some chicken? You're like, yep.
Well,
And
They're just a lot of times they're just happy to give it. They're like, hey man.
I have literally had a sample person be like, "Hey, I just got to get rid of all this, and I can't go back until I give them all out." And I'm like, "I'll take 5 of them."
Yeah, my bad. Just give me one of those to-go cups.
Yeah. Give me a go cup full of orange chicken, please.
You're just hitting it like it's an actual water.
Go cup full of small cubes of lasagna.
Have a drink. You want to drink a ravioli? That's great.
Try to walk in the same goodie with that shit.
Yeah.
All right, so that is my pick, the food court, and shit, I gotta go back to back.
Yeah.
So
That's
that
the hard one.
that is the first round. Back to back. Fuck. I was not prepared for this.
I'm not sure what my next week is.
I can't. This is so rad. Just say it right now. This is dope.
All right, I gotta go. Now this is a throwback pick because it's kind of a weird thing to say now, although it's still kind of true. And we're all gentlemen here.
Yo, if you think, oh man, I think you're about to sneak one.
No,
I'm taking hot mall girls.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. Oh man, hot mall girls are you not gonna do anything about.
Now you're not gonna do even one damn
Not a
thing about it.
goddamn thing.
I don't know. I only feel like I should. I don't even. I only feel safe looking at you through one of those eclipse boxes.
Oh my
You know what I mean?
That was like the jam when I was a kid too. Like when you're in like junior high school, just seeing all those high school girls.
Oh yes,
Because that's where you could see them.
that's where you would see
one
them.
of the appeals of the mall, and now almost in a horrible way, it's appealing again.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in middle school.
All right, Sean.
Whoa, you gotta have to do that.
Don't say shit that I'm gonna have to edit out.
It's trying to be funny, dudes.
No, I know.
No, like when you're like in middle school and you're like, there's this girl Erin Wright was like the girl in football. And like, it's Erin Wright's over there.
Yes.
It's just like
She's just like hanging in the
Yes.
you're
wild.
like, look at her. She's just chilling in the world.
And if you saw the dope thing about like when you were in middle school, high school, and you go to the mall and you would see a super hot girl, and she went to the same school as you, you would never talk to her at that school.
Okay.
But if you saw her at the mall, it was almost like, what are we doing
Yeah,
here?
you give her, like, a
you can like
heads
say,
up.
yeah,
Like when you
can say,
see
what's
your
up,
teacher at a
Ricky?
bar and you're like, what's up,
Yeah.
Mr. Gordy? How you living?
I remember one time in high school, I had like just a faraway crush on this girl who was older than me, and I went across town to the cool mall. I went to the Aurora Mall. This is way before.
I know the Aurora Mall.
Yeah,
I
you
go to
been there?
Denver quite a bit.
Oh,
I
okay,
make
yeah.
I make my friends take me to the mall so we can eat lunch.
Oh
I'll
man,
do that.
yeah, they used to have the shout out to the Asian guy who ran the knife store upstairs.
Nice.
A lot of young hooligans hanging in there buying billy clubs and shit.
Absolutely.
But I went, and that was the cool mall, like across town. And I went there one time. This is so 2003. I bought a Latrell Sprewell jersey,
Yes.
a matching Knicks hat, and then a pack of orange wristbands and sweatbands.
Did you wear them like in your mid forearm?
I read it, yeah, mid, kind of up too high, and then the orange headband, the orange sweatband under the hat.
Damn.
Like so reckless.
You were dressed in like a post-tribe life dog.
Yo, it was I just wanted to be like fabulous, I guess.
Yeah.
And I remember I wore that shit that day. Like I bought it in the mall. Wore it that day, just shitting on it. And I went to the bathroom because it was just I was so worked up, just like looking fresh. And I accidentally went to the girls' bathroom, and as I was coming out, who did I see? This girl I had a crush on. He went to my high school. Tracy Stratus. She caught me in the girls' bathroom at the Aurora Mall, dog. Never brought it up though, bless her heart. Never said shit to anybody about it.
Well, she's a hot girl and a good girl.
And a good girl.
Can you imagine if just 5 seconds, you just caught your reflection in a mirror or just caught your reflection in the window of another store and then stayed there for 5 seconds, she would have walked out while you were walking in.
Yeah.
seen you looking super fresh. You'd be married to her now. You'd still be in Denver. You'd be working for like a fucking Allstate insurance company.
Yeah, I
so
would
it's
be.
good that you walk.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's good. Shout out to State's Insurance. Also, goddamn orange headband. What was I thinking?
I don't know. I'm glad, dude. You had to make a lot of mistakes.
I was Sprewelled up, but dude, at the time it was pretty cool.
Sprewell, nothing. I think it would be cool.
Like I would wear a Sprewell right now, and it would be
Sprewell jersey
right now. It would be super cool. I want to
go buy Sprewell jerseys.
Yo, that would be
Different
crazy. Chuck a Knicks.
You go Knicks.
You gotta go T-Wolves.
Sean go T-Wolves.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Golden State Warriors.
Yo, that's perfect.
I'm gonna go choke Coach Rick out.
Yeah.
I'm going. Was it?
He invented those rims too, right?
Was it Sprewell?
That dude actually had like a storied career. If you really think about
He
it,
was a really good basketball player.
he was great at basketball.
Have you
And
seen
those
those
rims.
commercials with Sprewell now?
No.
They're like Allstate commercials.
I don't appreciate the attitude of those commercials.
No, they're really dogging out Latrell Sprewell.
What is the
Oh
idea?
yeah, that's what happened to All My Heroes though, man.
Yeah.
They're out here. They're doing DMX like that too.
I know when he gets played, it's like, look at this schmuck. It's like, no, DMX was fucking rad.
He was DMX.
Sprewell was rad. It's like if you go the extra mile for your kid, maybe they'll meet David Robinson at a game. But if you don't, you'll be at an Applebee's with Latrell Sprewell. I'm like, Latrell Sprewell is not at a fucking Applebee's ever.
No. He's at Benihana's right now.
Right now.
Buying the bar.
Yeah, he goes to Benihana's and Cheesecake Factory, which for some reason NBA players love Cheesecake Factory.
What? Everybody loves cheesecake, and then there's like Drake song. I don't get it.
I'm not a fan of the Cheesecake Factory.
It feels like you're paying too much for food that's not that good.
Doing too
Every
much.
time,
Exactly.
every time I've been there, I've always been like, this is like.
You're in there paying too much for a quesadilla, so they have the luxury of having 80 things on the item.
Yeah, exactly.
It's government It's basically a government subsidy for them to have a way too big menu. I don't like it.
And I'm
This
like
thing goes to
supporting
the
the war
top.
machine my damn self. So
No.
go.
I'm not paying fucking taxes to buy bombs to
It's not-
drop on
it's
my
not on
people
my
in
daily,
Israel.
dude.
We don't do that.
My daily.
Hot mall girls, dude. Yeah, I just love it. Just rocking
Rocking the latest fashion.
Abercrombie. Just like
man.
sport Abercrombie when it first came
I'm
out.
like, right around the 2000s was when I really started going to law school. Just like, you see that girl from like your geography class with like orange pants.
Oh yeah.
And like a baby doll tee, and you're like, she's so fly, man.
I love it. You see,
She looks like, she looks like one of the girls from 3LW.
W.
They're just like, you see like 5 or 6 of them together. Just
Yeah, they were
walking
always
around.
screwed up.
They were always crewed up. There's no thicker crew than the high school girl mall crew.
And the thing is, there were dude crews who could talk to them, but I was never that cool.
Even when I joined the football team, I couldn't get in with that crew.
Dude, I was just never like, I played football, and I would still go to the mall with my weird friends.
Me too. Yeah,
Like,
that's who I went with.
I was never in that, like, I could never, like, see a girl at the mall. Like, I'd hear guys talk about that.
No.
Like, yeah, dude, I saw Karen at the mall the other day. We'll go to her house.
Just walk up, spit and game. I was in like middle school and high school. I was really ugly, like really bad acting, gawky. Like I was, I was just like getting tall and I was gawky and I walked with a hunch and I talked like butthead, like just not the kind of kid that's gonna.
But weren't you like a skateboarder? That's pretty cool.
Wasn't cool when I was. When
you know
I
what
got
though?
out of high school,
I get that.
It
I
had
get that.
just now it's fucking rad. But when I was in high school, being a skateboarder, like I'd walk down the street, people like, or down the hallway, and they're like, "Doing all you fucking dork." I'm like, stop with that.
Man, I could kick folks.
Yeah,
and you can't.
This is just fun for me.
Yeah. I was just having
This is
fun.
what I do. This is my life. What are you calling it?
It's athletic. I get to get outside, get fresh air. What are you doing?
They're going to the mall and talking to those girls.
ASAP Rocky's gonna be dressing just like me in 15 years. You don't know who he is.
How good do you feel like vindicated because that happened?
Yeah.
Like because now skateboarding is like.
I like how cool it is now.
It's
I love it.
so cool.
Yeah, it's the best. And
everything on Fairfax is like skateboard oriented.
Yeah.
My friend Tori's in town visiting, and we're gonna go to these boutiques just because I want to show him like look how trendy this shit is now. Like
that's crazy.
Just wearing
You want
upside.
some like underground?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Now skateboard's a lot of like an accessory for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people with skateboards who don't know how to ride a skateboard.
You see a dude walking down Fairfax who like all skateboarded up, like, and then you look at the wheels and they're like not even.
Yeah, or like
not
the
even
bottom.
smile on
The
those
bottom
marks.
isn't like
Yeah.
the bottom isn't carved up. Like the whole graphic is there.
Whatever gives skateboarders money, I'm fine with. So like the more
Absolutely.
shit that anyone can sell involving skating, I love it.
I never once. I mean, I still love women. What a weird thing to say. I still but like
I still love you, ladies.
I'm still like a romantic person. I love that first kiss. I love all that stuff. never been so smitten as I was just seeing like the hot mall girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just
never
like,
been so smitten.
because they were like, you couldn't tell me it was the same as Jennifer Lopez.
yes,
Shit.
it was.
It was the exact same level.
So well put that like these hot mall girls, where we were back then, might as well have been fucking Britney Spears.
Do you think they knew? Do you think they knew how like?
No, I think they were. I would think maybe they knew a little bit, and I think also they were going through their own shit. Like they,
Yeah, it's so hard to be a young.
it's so
woman.
hard to be a young woman, and they were, and you know, they had their own crushes on Keith or Derek or
Yeah,
Brandon or
yeah,
whatever.
You know,
Brock,
dudes who could drive.
Brock, those
Boys
guys
with
like,
broad shoulders.
Landon.
cubic zirconia.
Double.
yeah, dudes.
The
yeah.
double earrings, man. That
You
was
must be talking about Jeremiah Clark.
Jeremiah
South
Clark,
Dakota.
dude, yeah.
You must be talking
Yeah,
about
John Gibson, dude, touching rim. They all have their own shit. So I don't know. I don't think they knew the spell they had cast on us, you know. But like, cause it's just so tough to be a young woman. But just want them to know we were there, appreciating you from afar.
I would have just wanted. I just wanted to say hi.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even. That's the crazy thing
You
is
know
like
what would have happened?
now
if
you're
you
an
would've said
adult.
hi?
What?
You like probably would have ended up dating that girl. Like the confidence would have just. She'd be like, whoa,
Yeah.
nobody talks to me.
And that's the thing, because I was never bad at actually talking to girls. I was just bad at like starting.
Oh, dude.
I'm good at talking to people. I could even then I could do that. But
Yeah.
like, well, I didn't know what to. Hey, so I see you have the new Fat Farm shoes. That look like
You know,
the
Russell
Adidas
Simmons has a lot to do
Yeah.
with that. part.
Yeah. One last thing, just on Margaret, like people now that like the woke culture is like the friend zone is even a real thing. The friend zone is a real thing.
I don't-
What dudes don't know is you friend zone yourself.
Yeah.
It's not a woman doing it to you.
And it's not terrible.
It's
You have
not
women,
terrible.
You have women who are in the friend zone, right? That you're just
100%. I love like some of my best friends are women, and I love. But like you would back then in middle school, high school, you would friend zone yourself by like you had a crush on someone, you were afraid to express it.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
like made fun of it.
It was never right, exactly.
Every time a girl like in middle school found out I liked her, they would be like, "I thought that dude hated me."
Yeah. All right, let's keep it moving. The Hot Mall Girls, the first pick of the second round. Sean Jordan, you have the next pick.
All right, the next pick is going to be stealing.
Yo,
Yeah.
man, Sean Jordan is knocking out my top 3. Shoplifting was literally my second one.
Shoplifting.
We used to go. So when I was like 11 or 12, and I wanted like we didn't have any money, and I wanted like all these dope jerseys like Bogues and Larry Johnson and Zoe and like
Yes.
football jerseys. I had like Ken Griffey jerseys. So I would go steal, and you're a kid, and they didn't really have alarms yet.
Yeah,
They had
yeah,
fake alarms. So we'd wear big swooshy pants and like tuck these jerseys in our jeans and just walk out very brazen.
Oh man, you were stealing jerseys.
I used to steal jeans. I stole cross colors. Like we went into boutiques, boutiques, but like
Did you
stole.
fan out kind of thing?
What do you mean?
Was it like you would hit it with like 3 or 4 of you guys and you would get in just like
Me and my friend Shane
wolves.
would do. He was
Yeah, young wolves.
Shane was a lunatic, but yeah, he would go in and like ask him for something. Like, hey, can you grab that shirt? And
Is
then
this
I'd
your buddy,
steal,
the
like,
artist
a dog.
Shane?
No,
Oh,
different
okay,
Shane.
yeah,
Shane Garrick sells cars now.
Oh, word.
So he steals
Sounds
money
like
from people.
So now
sounds like a car salesman.
we would just, and then my mom would. So I'd have to hide them because she knows that she didn't buy me these like
Yeah, she knows what
$60
clothes you have.
jerseys.
Yeah.
So I'd hide them like in my locker at school and shit. And I'd go and change at school.
Oh, you pulled a biggie.
One time I stole a jersey from Sears one time. I stole a jersey from Sears, returned it, and I was like 11, didn't have a receipt, and they're like, "Where's your receipt?" And I'm like, I don't have one. I need the money." And they're like, they knew I stole it, but they
Yeah.
couldn't say
Wait, you
anything.
were 11?
Yeah, I've been there.
Man, that is some City of God shit.
So we, so they cut me. They're like, "All right, we're
Well,
gonna
they
send it
do,
to
yeah.
corporate." They cut me a check for like
Like to
$60.
pay to the order of Sean
I
Jordan?
got it like 30 days later in the mail. My mom's opening my mail, obviously.
Oh, yeah,
She
of
goes,
course.
"Why'd you get a check from Sears for $60?" I was like, I think I said Smith bought me a jersey or Carol Smith's mom or something. And she's like, "What?" And I couldn't even cash it because I didn't have a bank account. So I think I signed it over her and she just kept it.
She kept it because the mom profited up on it.
Mom got a couple jerseys.
Yeah, we used to
Mom went and
steal.
got that Cheryl Swoops after that.
Oh, that's too Reggie, but Cheryl scored 100. Yeah, we'd get lockers. and
That's
just
Cheryl
fill it up
Miller
with shit.
USC jersey.
Oh yeah, Cheryl Miller.
Shout out to Lisa Leslie.
Yeah.
I just don't want her to feel left out.
We love you, Lisa.
Also, the Sparks won.
Oh, yeah.
You,
Did they win the whole thing?
Yeah, they won the whole thing.
Should have won that. That's embarrassing.
Were you a thiever?
So here's the thing is I'm a coward.
Yeah, same.
So, I mean,
I would like, so this is a weird thing. My shoplifting was always like, the mall was too much money. Like I would shoplift like shit from like the grocery store.
Yeah.
I stole a lot of cap guns
Oh yeah.
and shit like that. But like I was not. But I had in high school. I was friends with this crew of girls, and they couldn't stop stealing.
I'm picturing these like just ruthless girls. They're like pick you up, like get in, Dave. We're going to steal some shit.
Well, they wouldn't even. I wouldn't even
Different car every
know,
time.
and they would. Yeah. Where'd you get this whip, Tourette's?
Tourette's.
Yeah. Trusting Aaron and Chelsea.
Yeah, no,
And they stole
of course.
shit. Like they would just. They couldn't help themselves. They were monsters. Like they would steal condoms before they had sex with anyone.
Just to have them.
They would just steal. They just thought it was like funny.
When do I notice?
Yeah. They would steal me shit, and I'd be like, I didn't ask for that.
Did you take it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
I didn't. No, you have to take it back.
I'm just glad you knew that I was a 2XL.
Yeah.
Like, good looking out. This is a lot of material for you to hide on your
I
little
mean, you're
body.
not going to become a master thief without being observant. But that is a lot of material.
Yeah, like,
I've been to it when you. That's people don't know that about big. Like the one
that's
of the.
why we can't be stealing. We're not out here stealing like
Where am I supposed to fucking hide that shit?
Where am I going to put, like, if I wanted to steal a jersey now,
Yeah.
it's not going to fit in my pants.
Yeah. You were stealing jeans. The idea of stealing jeans in my size,
It's crazy.
I would have to ball them up like a football and run out.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
you go, don't play basketball without it.
We would wear burners in, so we'd wear like old, like cashed out. We
My
definitely
buddy
would.
Josh Soulful used to do that with shoes.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Hey, can I try these shoes on?" And then he would just go in, fucking try on the new shoes, and just like when the guy went to help somebody out, he just bailed,
Yeah.
which is like so fucking bold.
So
This
cool. Now
kid
Foot Locker has
changed.
8-year-old athletes there. Yeah. Really, yeah.
This is how ratchet this motherfucker was. He would go in and he would steal one shoe off the. You know, they had like a shoe. He would steal one off the wall, and for some reason these idiot employees would just take the other shoe, like the left shoe, even though it was facing the wrong way. They would see an empty shoe, and so they just fill it in, I think. And he would wait for them to do that, like while they were going to the back to get another right shoe or something, and he would just steal that one. He did that like 3 times.
What?
That's so.
Isn't that insane?
How did they not catch on?
I would.
No.
Maybe they
clue.
didn't even care.
Shoes are the one thing I wish I could steal.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember at the beginning of what's that
No
Snoop
way.
Dogg movie?
Murder was the case?
No.
Wash?
Oh, at the beginning of the Wash, when they're doing the intro, like the just like blue screenshots, they kind of screenshot him doing that in like a Foot Locker. Remember? Like, and he does it with house shoes.
The Wash was
Yeah,
just
it's stealing
on
house shoes.
Yeah, like it is so great, man. Oh, man.
That movie was classic Snoop Dogg sitting there, blunt in his mouth, sitting on the floor where there's a girl braiding his hair. And then Dre comes in the living room and Snoop's just like, fuck out my face.
Yo.
Blowing smoke.
I think Snoop Dogg thought that was a documentary.
Day in the life, babe. I was too afraid to be a thief. I was such a young good boy.
Yeah.
I really was. I asked my mom if I could sneak out. That's a legit thing to
That's
happen.
adorable.
I
That's
would
adorable.
knock on Sue Carmel's door because I didn't want her to be afraid if she tried to go find me and I
Yeah.
wasn't there. I was like, hey, a bunch of my friends are sneaking out. Can I sneak out? She's like, yes, you can.
What'd you
And,
guys do? Just like throw rocks off a bridge?
We just exactly. We just walked around the
Just can't-
neighborhood.
yeah.
I think we vandalized a construction site.
Oh, I used to do that all the
Yeah,
time.
I used
See,
to-
I wasn't even a good kid. I was just scared to get caught by the mall.
Yeah.
You
Like,
didn't want to lose the mole.
Well, yeah, and I get my shit rocked at home. Like that would be trouble. I got caught stealing, especially around like junior high, high school, because my mom was like, she was dope about getting me pretty cool shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm not here trying to brag, but I did have like a denim suit. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like.
Go ahead,
What-
brag.
what
Brag,
kind-
you're just telling your story.
Yeah, that's just how I was living at the time.
What
I had an
brand was the denim
Averex
suit?
long sleeve tee. You know what I mean?
What brand was the denim suit?
First down.
First down.
Yeah, you didn't even know they had denim, did you?
No, I know the first down puffy coats
Oh,
were.
man.
Well, there was one fall. Everyone came back, and all the coolest kids had these first down puffy coats.
Those were so cool.
Oh,
I
one was
wanted
so
one
bad.
so bad.
Yeah.
You know what my mom got me that was still kind of fly was she got me one of the Perry Ellis.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a puffy coat,
Dude.
but it was Perry Ellis reversible
Yeah.
blue and
Yes.
yellow.
It's almost like you had
Royal
two
blue and
coats.
yellow. I was crazy.
That's beautiful.
I
I had
love
some
Perry
Perry
Ellis.
Ellis. Perry Ellis was my
Perry
first
Ellis was
luxury
hot.
good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
The only thing I ever stole was a memory card for an Xbox, and not even like an off-brand like Game Masters like memory
Yeah, not
card.
even official.
Yeah, from Best Buy, and I was and they almost caught me. I was so afraid. I was like booking out the front door, and like after I left, one of the security guards was craning his neck. And I later, like 5 years later, went on to work at that Best Buy. The perfect crime.
They'll never suspect a thing. If I get a job here, I'm off the hook. Double jeopardy. You can't find me for the same memory card.
I was at Edward Norton in the score, dude.
That's the long
Whatever
game.
I think that's the score. Whatever that movie is. That's the score, right?
Edward Norton and Robert De Niro.
And Marlon Brando.
Yeah,
Marlon Branzino.
In that movie, he was in such rough shape that he like refused to walk or stand up in any of the scenes.
Yeah.
So they had to like rewrite it. There's one scene where he's in a cash out hot tub in his basement. You're like, you're just chilling. There's no water in it, and it's like it's a hot tub with no water, dog. And you're just it's bugged.
Sounds kinda cool.
I'm doing a
Yeah.
shower. I'm sitting in an empty hot tub.
You just have the whole like, yeah, I'll do the movie, but I ain't standing or anything.
Well, it's the perfect for a hot tub because you can keep a bucket of chicken out in the shop. Just have it down there, so if I get tired from reading my lines, I could eat a piece of chicken.
Dude, if you would have told me that Blink-182 and Marlon Brando were gonna be here,
It's a
I would've-
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I felt it. I felt it. This room's got a good vibe.
That was
We're
dope.
talking about dope shit.
That was dope. I didn't even know you could do
Those
Brando.
topics
I didn't know I could either. I just gave it a shot. Stealing. Amazing pick.
Stealing is a great thing.
It's a steal in the second round.
Because he was gonna jump on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have had it. I would have had it.
Let's see where it goes instead. With the final pick of the second round, his second pick, we have David Boyd.
Final pick of the second round. I'm going, and I don't know. You all had one, but it might have been a different name.
Yes.
I'm going Underground Station.
What was that?
It was the urban clothing
Oh,
store.
Metro
yeah.
Max, dude. That's where I saw Crocs.
Yeah, where you had like
Uh-huh.
all the new brands. Because I would go in there and I couldn't even believe that people could afford to buy all this shit. How could you have so much Mecca? It's $60 a shirt.
South Pole. dude.
South Pole,
Yeah.
fucking Aver, like all the brands.
Google made his first
And
appearance.
Nietzsche.
in this
Yeah,
one.
oh yeah, Echo. Oh, and
Carl
Nietzsche
Echo.
or NYC.
What about Carl Kanai?
Carl Kanai, man. What did Redman say? My crew rolls deep like Carl Kanai
Yeah,
pockets.
They were like down to your knees. Those
They were
pockets.
crazy.
Tupac had this all maroon Carl Kanai suit that I want. All maroon.
Oh,
all
yeah,
Kanai
the-
denim
He
vest.
wore it on Young TV
Yeah,
Raps.
and I was like, I want that.
No shirt underneath. Oh man, yo, those stores were like, it was like, cause it would be straight from the rap store. It would be straight from the rap video to those stores.
Right,
And it was
yeah.
like, I would go in there and just like, and you'd almost have to like, if you were a kid, you'd almost have to have somebody older and cooler with you come and like co-sign.
Yeah, yeah.
Like my older cousin, he's 6 years older than me, and he would like, he was in there and he was wearing like a real not knockoff Fubu shirt, so I could be in there
Yeah.
because it's like I know this guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he knows the culture. So
Yeah. Like, and then I would just like get my little Woo Wear T-shirt or whatever.
Oh,
Woo Wear.
there was
They went off the rails.
This may surprise you, but the mall, the Washington Square near Beaverton, Oregon, did not have an urban clothing store.
What?
Yeah.
Where could you get the latest?
Lloyd Center. You had to go to
Nappy.
Lloyd Center.
Yeah,
You
dude.
had to go to downtown Portland, or not downtown, the east side of
Right,
Portland, Lloyd Center. And I couldn't even tell you what the name of the one was at Lloyd Center, because it changed hands so many times and had like so many different names, and it just kept flipping. It
Just
just
like
kept flipping.
shy
Yeah, I don't think there was that much money in those stores.
I don't think so. I think it was like people who wanted to dress like that were like, I guess we should open a store where we can buy
Yeah,
things
where I
like
can
that.
get all these clothes because
Yeah.
I'm really struggling.
Yeah.
Like,
This is like pre-internet shopping for the most
yeah,
part. So
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
You wouldn't. Where would you go get a Carl Kanai if you didn't?
You know where else you could get that stuff? Oddly enough, was in East Bay magazine.
Yep,
Oh, East
East
Bay,
Bay.
that's true.
East Bay did. East
had a
Bay had the
section where you're
coolest
like,
shit.
What the fuck?
East Bay had like a Sean John's velour. Man, I wanted a velour sweatsuit. There was a time in my life.
Sean John out.
Oh man, I never got one. Or no. You know what happened? I wanted a sweatsuit so bad because everybody had one.
Yeah.
That's what was going on. And my mom bought me a whack one, and I felt so bad.
Because you have to wear it.
And she was so like I wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
And she bought me a Mecca one, but she had bought it from like TJ Maxx.
Oh yeah.
And it was just a weird color,
Step
and the
down.
hoodie fit weird, and the sweatpants fit. Like I never wore it, but like
Heartbreaking.
yeah, it was because she was so happy about it. You know what I mean?
Speaking of casual XL, Sue Carmel got me a casual male XL velour jumpsuit once. And I didn't wear it out a lot.
How old were you?
I wore it in a lot.
How old were you?
I wore it in a lot.
Maybe 14, 15.
Sue Carmel
sounds like an
She is an
incredible.
amazing
Sue
woman.
Carmel's the best. She's my favorite person.
She is
Especially
fantastic.
with a velour sweatsuit.
Velour, casual LXL, probably 3XL.
It was such
so
a hard
comfy.
look to actually do.
So comfy. I mean, just based on everything else about me, I look like a mob boss's son. I look like
bet.
a young. I look like I was being groomed by the Gotti family to take over like a small neighborhood in Staten Island.
Like, I just imagine you like alone with your velour sweatsuit at 15, just eating pasta, drinking wine.
Listen to Louis Prima real loud, and people would come to my bedroom door, and I would not stop chewing while I talked to them.
Yeah.
Just filing serial numbers off the guns like
Listen,
making them try a drink or whatever you're drinking.
Yeah.
You have to. Make it
Napkin tucked in the neck.
At that point, I framed my South Park poster. You know, this little step.
Yeah, just coming up. You're getting the class in.
always back to the wall. I don't want to get assassinated in my own room, so yeah, back to the wall.
Just screaming at some hot woman who I'm in a relationship with. She hates me. We hate each other.
Yeah.
But she sticks her hand.
Ian, turn the
It's
lights
'cause
on.
of the
Turn the light only.
Yeah, can't light up. So fuck, those were good. What was the one in your town? Underground something?
Underground Station.
Underground Station.
Yeah, they had like, because Averex was my thing. I thought Averex was super cool.
Averex is kind of coming back.
Never
Really?
heard of
Action
that.
Bronson was rocking
Oh
Averex.
man, like the leather.
In the video that Action Bronson just dropped,
Oh, I
he was
didn't
rocking
get any of
Averex.
the,
I think it might have been not vinyl. What's that fabric called?
The
Baseball coat.
Oh, satin.
Like a satin Averex coat.
Oh,
Could be
man,
wrong,
that
but
shit was like-
definitely Averex.
Dude, because that shit was like, I was super into East Coast rap,
Yeah.
and they were all about like the Averex, like the leather jackets. and
Yeah.
shit. I had this is how dope my mom is. Same one Christmas one year, she bought me the South Pole, probably pleather, but you couldn't tell me
Whatever.
nothing.
Whatever.
She brought me the South Pole pleather. It was like cream and orange.
That's like Big Pun right
and
there.
it was, I went 8th
And if you
grade,
were in New York, that was it.
but I was in Washington State at the
You
time.
were Washington State, but you
I
got
was-
into that East Coast.
Yeah, I was shitting on him. Oh my god! I came in and like people used to make fun of me, gave me respect. This girl, Charmaine, who was in my math class, she used to make so much fun of me.
Yeah.
And I had the jacket, and I was in there one day, and she was just like, "Hey, boy, let me get that jacket." And I was like, "Yeah, you would."
That's fucking great. The East Coast look, it's weird because like Jay-Z, you know, he got the Nikes and stuff like that, but like the East Coast look was always these sort of weird brands. It would be like
Weird.
Averex and they were on Sauconys.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. And they were like,
Tim's for a long time.
Tim's
like Method
before
Man with,
everyone else wore
giant
Tim's.
parachute jeans
Yeah.
tucked into your Timberlands.
It was
with,
like
a
this
yeah,
fat vest.
different. It was a very different
That
aesthetic than like what
What a-
hip hop
yeah.
ended up becoming. Like,
and
like,
now as a grown up, I like the West Coast style way more. I think that West Coast like gangster rappers are so dapper, just like a Dickie suit.
Yeah.
And, like, that shit was,
Racist.
yeah, man, that shit was
Dickies
great.
suits. We used to when I first like found out Dickies were dope, you know, like watching Medicine Society, I was like, all right, I want a Dickie suit.
Yeah, you gotta have
And
a Dickie suit.
you go to Walmart, you get a Dickie suit for like $30. You go to Metro Mix, $90 to get the same Dickie.
That was the thing is there was like people didn't. A lot of people I think didn't know that it was just work.
And they didn't know you could just get it at Walmart. So
Yeah.
you go like a Dickies T-shirt that said Dickies on it, $30 at Metro Mix. You're like, it's $5.
Dude, from like
Yeah.
18 to 20, like 80% of what I bought was Dickies pants, and then some kind of a plain T-shirt that matched my hat. I bought everything but my shoes and my hats at Walmart.
yes,
But you could be so fresh like
dude,
that. Just
yes.
like oh man, it was great.
Especially as like Walmart was fucking dope. Especially as a bigger dude, Walmart was dope because you could
Oh,
go in
man.
there and you could get like some jeans or some shit like a
White
cheap
tees.
fit, white tees,
The white tee
big
era,
white tees.
the white tee era at Walmart was so good to me.
I gotta contain a lot of it. I'm a big dude, so I've always rocked like an undershirt, like
Yeah, you gotta keep it.
Like
You
a
gotta keep
beater.
it tight.
It's like a Spanx sort of situation. Just keeps everything, just keeps everything a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
You go to Walmart, you get that easy for like
Oh,
$6.
yeah.
You get like 3 of them.
Yeah,
your
get a pack.
size.
Yeah, no, Walmart was like, and and Dickies, man. I had like one time, you know, sometimes you fly too close to the sun. I got a pair of Dickies overalls.
Okay.
It was too much.
Okay, looking like you were looking like fucking Timberland in the Bubba Sparks
Well,
video.
here's the worst part. I rocked them like down.
No.
So like the bib down and connected, like you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you connect them, but you connect them down the front.
Yeah.
And then just wearing a t-shirt. It was too much. You know, you're wilding. You're 19. You don't know what's going on.
I feel like when you get into your 30s, that's gonna be your time. You're gonna come home.
I'm 29 right now, and
Yeah.
I've never felt better about the clothes that I wear.
Yeah.
I'm wearing green socks now. I feel cool.
You look cool. You
Like
look
I feel like I got the Sambas.
You look like
Never
what's
would have done
next.
that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's next? That's
Yeah.
what I want to look like. I want to be on that new hype.
Yeah. Speaking of that new hype, we're now in a new round,
Okay.
third round, and Bori, you have the first pick of the third round.
Let me see. I've been kind of fluctuating about because so many of these is like we get them. The third round, I'm gonna do. Okay, this one might be weird too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do airbrush clothing.
Oh.
Remember? Did you ever do that?
Yeah,
Did you ever-
the younger days.
Yeah,
The
it
younger
was
mall
like
days.
because it was cheap. Because you would just get your Walmart shirt.
Yeah.
And then I had one. I tried to make up my own nicknames. So I had like a full airbrush T-shirt with like a nightscape, and it said Midnight on it. 'Cause
Midnight?
I wanted people to call me Midnight. I'm real black. I thought it wouldn't be hard to like integrate. You know what I'm
Nobody could
saying?
nickname you. I could never nickname you Midnight. I would love to.
No, I wasn't. But it wouldn't. But if it was mine,
Midnight.
I always assumed that maybe I could just like play it off like my family owned it.
Yeah, yeah.
Or something. But it didn't work. So then I just had this cool shirt that said Midnight on it. Nobody got it.
It's still dope.
Yeah.
It was still dope.
Like a nightscape.
It
Like a
was-
cityscape at
It was
night.
cityscape, and it was like real graffiti airbrush style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then this other kid who was from a different school, he had an airbrush T-shirt that said R.I.P. Jose, and then it got. I mean, that's way cooler.
He was gone too soon.
Yeah, he was gone. He lost him to this crazy life.
Yeah.
That was never
This Vita Loca. You know, what am I gonna? I'm wearing Midnight. This tweet's got R.I.P.
R.I.P.
shirt.
Jose.
Yeah, he shit on me. Shit on me.
You got that whole cityscape is the cityscape that giveth and taketh away.
Yeah,
Took Jose
exactly.
away.
Took Jose. All right,
I never had anything airbrush, man. Once again,
It's
very, very, very white suburban upbringing.
I had my buddy Malcolm he would get his shoes airbrushed
What?
with like his name or whatever.
Like, so we'd get like some white ones and just
Yeah,
like,
and then they would like, because they would do it like, but he would get. I remember. Do you remember Master P had a clothing company for a little bit? P. Miller.
P. Miller. I remember P.
Yeah,
Miller.
yeah.
Yeah.
They made shoes, and the shoes were super whack, but they looked kind of like horses.
Yeah.
So my friend would get them, and then he would get them airbrushed with shit on them.
Yeah.
And then it would sort of look like he just had like custom forces.
So from afar, you look, yeah, custom forces.
Yeah.
And you probably got them for like $45.
Yeah, up close, P. Miller's all
Yeah.
the way. But they had the straps so nobody could tell. You know what I mean?
What were some of the other nicknames that you tried to give yourself? Do you remember any of them?
Oh man, Midnight was the main one. I tried Blue, which
Yeah.
I don't even. It was just, I just didn't like the way David sounded. I tried to push DG for a minute.
DG's all right.
It doesn't doesn't click though. I never got one, and the ones I got, I never like. There's a good group. There's a pretty large group of people in Elizabeth, Colorado, who call me Skinny Pimpin'.
Skinny Pimpin'.
But I never liked that. They call me Skinny Pimpin' or Slim Pickens.
Is that because it's they're opposite. They're
Yeah,
like,
it's busting balls.
It is busting balls.
It's a ball buster.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You want a nickname for being something.
It's mean. That's kind of a mean nickname. It's like a little bit like fuck you. All right?
Yeah. But that's like everybody in our hometown. We had a kid named Garbage.
Yeah. Garbage.
JR. He's still garbage.
We came up with a kid that we nicknamed Punk Rock Sausage Face.
Oh yeah. We're talking nicknames, dude. You gotta go through the listing of them.
Whoa. You gotta
There was a
run
girl
that
that we
down.
called Chicken Salad Sandwich Face. All these sound so mean, but they were not mean. They were just hilarious, and they meant
Chicken
something to
salad
us.
sandwich.
Who's the girl who you
See?
somebody brought up someone's nickname and you had to like explain it?
Skizette. Dude, there was this girl nicknamed Skizette. Sounds like a horrible nickname.
Yeah.
The way it came about is my friend Dustin, rest in peace, Dustin Steineke. He came, he's like, damn, his at that Skizette. Is all he said. Like, it's not derogatory at all. So my friend Smith one time, we're chilling at this party, and he goes, hey Maggie, you know everybody calls you Skizette, right? And then he boned out, and I'm like,
You're just gonna die me like
I
that?
called her
You're gonna die me out
Skizette
like
for
that?
3
left
years,
there
dude.
holding the bill.
So I had to explain to her, I was like, it's not bad, it's just, she goes, it sounds terrible. I was like, it's not. It's
It
not
does
supposed
sound
to be.
so bad.
Skizette.
Skizette, like,
Yeah, dude.
ugh. You can't introduce that to your mom with that name.
Yeah. I'm in love with a woman and her name is Skizette.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to deal with it, Kelly.
Mom, this is Skizette.
You ever have any nicknames?
I had a few. In football, they called me Sticky. which everybody thought was because I stumped people real hard. But the truth of it was, I had a football coach who was also happened to have been my third or fourth grade teacher. Fifth grade teacher. He also happened to be my fifth grade
And then he was
teacher.
your coach in high school.
And then he ended up being my coach in high school. And he was also friends with my third grade teacher. And my third grade teacher nicknamed me Sticky because I was so sweaty as a third grader. I want that a paper would stick to my hand. I'd be like,
Like Spider-Man before he realized he's Spider-Man.
right before his powers. And then also people were like, oh yeah, like caramel, sticky caramel. And
That's a pretty good. It sounds cool though.
Sticky
sounds
So
cool.
Sticky got from my third grade teacher was friends with my fifth grade teacher. So when I got to fifth grade, he's Coach Corey, R.I.P. Mr. Corey. Just one of those life-changing teachers, by the way. Shout out to teachers. And he called me Sticky. And then when I got to middle school, I thought I was done with it. But then there he was, a football coach. And then all of a sudden, everyone on the football team called me Sticky.
The football names, dude, that sticks. So I played in 2 different schools in 9th grade.
Yeah.
Thank God, because my first 9th grade school, we show up for summer weightlifting.
Yeah.
8th grade going into 9th grade. And he's trying to read my name off the thing. And he's like, David. This guy's name was Ed Bendokas, Coach Bendokas.
Yeah.
He always used to say, the ladies call me special ed. Funny dude, looks exactly like you think he does. Exactly like you think he does.
Yeah.
David DeBorgi? Orgy? David Orgy? I was Orgy for the rest of that football season.
Orgy.
I was Orgy for football season. I was Orgy for wrestling season.
Oh, no.
I left that school. I saw the other school in football camp the next summer in Wyoming. I walked up to my old friends from my old school. Orgy. Still Orgy.
Yeah. I gotta say, I've known you for a few years now, and I never would have guessed that you'd been nicknamed Midnight and Orgy.
Midnight wasn't even real.
You sound like a sexual American gladiator.
Yeah. I should just be Midnight Orgy.
Midnight Orgy.
Like, right, that'll be my first album.
Midnight Orgy.
Midnight Orgy. Yeah, I fucking.
That is an awesome name for a first album.
I think so. Because I never got it. I just want to get it in the way I wanted to get it in. I always wanted a cool nickname.
It's always hard to try to give yourself a nickname.
It's impossible.
I won't say my friends. I won't say which one it was, but it was I think it was in early high school, and one of my best friends on this entire planet asked us to call him, and I'll tell you off air. Asked us to call him Ugly Casanova.
Whoa! That's like Styles from Beyond.
Ugly
That's good.
Casanova. Well, I think it was either an Isaac Rock album or it was somebody put out. I have to look it up. That Ugly Casanova was like an album with some indie rock dude.
Like that's a rapper name right now.
Ugly Casanova would be a dope rapper name. Ugly Casanova. Oh, they're a rock band on Sub Pop. Oh yeah, Sharpen Your Teeth. And yeah, Isaac Rock was a member. I was right. It was so Modest Mouse. It was like a side project, and we were all into that shit. And he asked us to call him Ugly Casanova. I remember on AOL Instant Messenger, and we were just like,
I mean, no. What was it, like a group aim? And he was like,
and
hey guys, how you guys doing? Happy Tuesday. Just from, I want you to know.
by the way,
Tomorrow
start
at
calling
school.
me Ugly Casanova.
I will be Ugly Casanova tomorrow at school.
Ugly Casanova, and we were just like, no, no, dude.
I had a friend like
Love
that.
you, but no, none of us are gonna call you that.
I had a friend like that. His mom, who actually, funny story, he played football with me, and his mom, who it turns out she worked for our school in high school.
Oh yeah.
Turns out got caught embezzling a bunch of money.
Whoa.
And went to prison from our school. But
That's
she
a
was
hard transition.
right.
Yeah.
But she was one of the first people to buy an Escalade from our school's morning.
Of course,
And
yeah.
that was like he took his driver's test in the Escalade. He called it the Sexcalade.
Yeah.
And then he was like, guys, I'm riding around this Sexcalade. You guys should start calling me Munsexy. His last name was Muncie.
Oh.
And he tried to get the dudes on his football team.
They call him Munsexy?
Munsexy.
No.
Yeah, why? It's the...
Like money? Like money?
I don't know what. I think it was just to put
Munsexy.
Oh, yeah, sure, I gotcha.
But it was not, yeah. That was probably the worst one I ever heard.
Two
Sounds
bucks,
like a
dude.
French
2 bucks.
prostitute.
It's so ugly sound.
It really
too many-
is awful.
It's too many syllables.
too many. That was the thing about Ugly Casanova.
It's
is
too
that
much.
It wouldn't fit on a football jersey.
Yeah,
it's so
you
long.
got,
It's
yeah.
like
You can't put that on a senior shirt. Like,
Hey, Ugly Casanova, are you done with the ranch you were using for your fries? Can I have it? Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna call you Ugly Casanova.
Yeah. Oh, who'd you get in a fight with last night? Hey, fuck you, ugly Casanova. Like, it's too much, man.
But if
Who's in your
somebody else
crew?
made it
Ian?
up,
Yeah.
I would call somebody ugly. Like if I made it up for somebody and
Yeah.
it caught on, I'd love to do it.
Well, if I met you and you said your name was Ugly Casanova, I'm not a monster. I'll call you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not
You
like,
would
nigga.
not. If you met me
If I met you,
and I was like, "Oh, David, I'm ugly Casanova."
what am I for? You forced my hand.
You're cool enough to do Casanova.
Yeah, I call you UC probably is what I do.
You
Showtime
see,
was the
that's
one I
the
wanted to
move.
give myself. I tried-
Showtime is
Showtime and the
good.
Rattlesnake. I tried to give myself.
Not even the Rattler, though, just the Rattlesnake.
We were at a
Did you
party.
say the, or did you want to be Rattlesnake?
The Rattlesnake. We were at a
The-
party. Salt Lake City. We walked into this party, a house party, and I walked up to everyone there because they were all strangers. Like, "What's up? My name's the Rattlesnake, or Big the Rattlesnake." And there was our friend Adam or Tori would come up and they'd be like, "Nobody calls him fucking Rattlesnake. Don't even start." And so we agreed as a cohesive friend unit to call my car the Rattlesnake.
Oh, that's good. That's a great.
That's
move.
pretty
So we're
good.
like, all right, hop in the
I
Rattlesnake.
have a hat at home. I haven't worn it. It's a brown corduroy hat with a
know.
rattlesnake on it.
I know it is.
That's not your
He
hat.
peeped it. He peeped it day one.
So what I mean to say is I don't have a hat at home. You have a hat at home with a rattlesnake on it.
You're a step into
You
your
should wear it
destiny.
tonight.
I will wear it
Okay,
tonight.
cool. Yeah.
I get a feeling we gotta move on. I just
We
want
do,
to
we
say
do.
two new nicknames. Eastside Thriller was this dude that used to work at the gas station, or lurk at the gas station. We called Eastside Thriller.
Yeah.
And this kid in home ec we used to call owner of a lonely heart. That was
Oh. You should have called him Boner of a Lonely Heart.
Owner of a lonely heart.
All right.
So we're on you now,
Yes,
Sean.
alright.
So
So
that's
my third
airbrush
pick.
clothing.
We're on third pick.
Your
right?
third pick, yeah.
My third pick is going to be frontin' and or stunt
Oh, front and stunt.
at the mall.
Oh yeah, you're
That's-
somebody. You're a new man.
Yes.
They don't know you got pants last week.
the shit that you couldn't wear at school was the big thing. So like big dog shirts, or like not big dog, but like
Big dog shirts.
Johnson.
Oh, Big Johnson.
Big Johnson.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Stuff like that, like liquor up front, poker at the rear. You could show up and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or like shirts that like
I don't care.
snuck in, you know, whatever, like the word pussy or bitch or
Yeah.
something. You
Yeah,
could wear that.
Or like
Shit with
weed
weed
shirts.
leaves on it.
Weed
Yeah,
shirts,
pop-
yeah.
Have a weed
sure.
leaf on it. Never, you know. But like that was.
You hate weed. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I hate it for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But for the culture.
But that's great. I get it. Yeah.
Because you feel like kind of a chump. I had a cross-color suit that I didn't really like wearing to school because it was a little too buck. Because
Was it also what color was it?
it was like
You were deep in the cross colors.
it was I had like a yellow button-up that I would wear, and then the turquoise pants, and then I would wear a shirt under it that just had a.
Hold on, I gotta get my sunglasses. That was crazy.
The shirt that I'd wear under it was a giant. It was white, but it had a giant orange Africa continent on it.
Yo!
And I would wear the.
Whoa!
I looked like I was the guy in a TLC video.
Yo! Oh my god! Well, like the early, like hat to the back TLC.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
my
ain't too proud
God.
bag, baby.
Yeah. You could be the white guy in the baby
And
video.
if I wore that to school, even my teachers would be like, you need, for some reason, you need to go to the office.
Yeah. This
I don't
is
know why.
I can't quite put my finger on why yet. I don't have the
No.
language to explain to you why.
You can't be the rattlesnake and wear that African t-shirt. It's not allowed, man. You're doing too much.
Should have been the Black Mamba. That's what you should have tried to
Oh
get
my
it.
God.
It go
The
before
mall
COVID,
is,
dude.
and like stealing
Who
went
did-
in there because I'd be like, I just stole some shit. Like I was just so hard. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's what the mall is
It
for.
wasn't hard at all, but I would front quite a bit at the mall, or like nobody knew that I biked or walked to the mall.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah,
they
right.
didn't know how you got there.
You could be a different person.
Yeah.
That was your bike chained up out front. They don't know.
Yeah.
Or your mom drops you off at like TJ Maxx around the corner and you walk to the mall.
Yeah.
Another Saint Keller Jordan. Another
Kelly
Saint.
Jordan.
I went to the mall with my mom a lot though, so it's
Me too. I didn't mind going.
I minded it when I would. It took like I got in trouble. We were at the mall one time, and I was at the arcade for too long, and then my mom couldn't find me, and she came out and just dressed me down in front of the arcade.
Oh no.
Oof, there were all these
That's
Samoan
usually a high
girls from
traffic
school.
area too.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
the area.
Because it's like the cool place to be a kid. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
everybody, like that's like its own zone. Man, I got yelled at in front. Oh man, I almost cried. It was bad. I caught a bad one that way.
That's a bad trip.
Yeah, it's about as bad as it gets.
Front and stuff is good. Would you ever catch compliments on your shit?
Not really.
Yeah.
I was always trying so hard. Like I didn't stop trying that hard until I started skating, and then I
Yeah.
found like who I am, and
That
it
was
hasn't
the
changed
case.
for like 20 years. but
But you have to. It was the thing I was going when you were talking about the headband and the hat. Like, you do have to front until you find like it's almost a key where you have to try it in all these stores.
Yeah.
I remember one day. This was in college, by the way. This was not that long ago. I was maybe 19, 20 years old. I showed up to fuck, this keeps getting worse. An improv class, my friends, and and I thought I looked up wearing like khaki shorts, a white button down, and a red headband with like these white with these red.
I can't even. You
like
gotta
Richard
say that.
Branson playing
You gotta run that back. I can't even like. I don't get it.
Khaki shorts. I don't. This isn't even a look that I'd seen on someone else. And I was just like, maybe this is what's up.
That's dope though. Sometimes you gotta roll those dice.
I was rolling those dice hard. I was
like,
rolling
yeah, shake them up, man.
Dude, and so like I forget exactly what kind of Nikes they were. They must have been red, probably red Dunk lows.
Oh, that's
and
a
like
shoe.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, and
Red Dunk lows, khaki shorts.
Red Dunk lows, khaki shorts, not cargs, but khaki shorts.
I'm with you right there to that.
No, they were cargs. They were definitely cargo shorts.
Why do people hate cargo shorts?
Oh, that's a conversation.
I
feel like it strikes a
We don't
chord. I feel like it strikes a weird chord in white women.
Yeah, it
Somewhere
does.
deep, like that hatred I've never understood.
They think that's where white guys keep roofies.
Is that what it is?
The cargo shorts. No, I don't know why they hate them.
They hate them, like, and it's like they don't even look bad.
They don't look bad.
They don't look bad. They're pretty comfortable. Like I don't. But there's this like crazy.
There's a huge campaign against them. And
Yeah.
I've been shamed out of wearing them. I don't wear them.
Oh yeah, they
I
will
have a
shame you.
couple there,
They're pretty cool though.
I have khaki shorts without pockets on them on the side that I do not like that much.
Right?
Really? I rock Dickie shorts a lot. Like Dickie's khaki shorts.
Oh, that can be
That's
good.
basically what I got. I wish they had cargo buttons.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I've never understood that.
It's a phone charger I could put in there.
Yes.
That's anything. You would anything.
You keep a sandwich. This is a stand-up joke I do, but there's literally a sandwich-shaped pocket. It's the exact size of good bread.
Yeah.
See? Get your PBJ, then get your tuna fish.
Yeah.
You don't know where you're gonna be at.
You don't know where you're going. If you're going out for the day, if you're at a comedy festival, how great would that be?
Yeah.
It's just
Now I
like,
got 2 sandwiches on me.
Yeah.
Say something.
somebody's paying $11 for a sandwich.
Yeah. Tell me I'm not living right now. I got the sandwich in my pocket.
It costs you about $3, but it doesn't taste like it does.
No,
you know?
exactly. I got good mayo. I use an olive oil mayo.
Yeah, that is good now. I don't mind cargo shorts, man. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
I've never understood that.
But the outfit I was wearing, it was cargo shorts, but it was not. And the white button down, big Jufro, by the way, at this point in my life. Big,
Whoa.
curly.
You gotta watch that as a fat guy.
Loose curls, but curly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen a picture of you wearing like what you're talking about. I think.
Yeah. There is a picture. There's a picture of me wearing with a red bandana that I tied.
Red. Oh, you like Springsteen style?
Yeah.
Like rolled or like?
Rolled.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
And what was the shirt?
It was just a white short sleeve button down. White though.
White the
That is. I don't think. I feel like that isn't. That is crazy.
It's striking.
It's just like. Sometimes you gotta take those L's. I understand.
But you had to figure it out, and I was like, I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, I don't know about this, Carmel, and then walked out.
Then walk out of the house, get too far away before you can turn back. Like,
Yeah, but I would have if there was a mall that wasn't Pioneer Place in downtown Portland, I would have worn it to that mall.
Dude, I used to do. That was another
I
thing
could
about
never
the
do
mall.
a bandana.
You could wear. I could wear bandanas to the mall and not have anybody like school couldn't tell me to take it off.
Yeah.
Mall employees.
Yeah.
And like
What was your preferred?
whole long story, but I thought I
What
was
was
in a
your
gang for a while. Like I got beat into a gang and everything. It's not a long story. I wasn't.
It
really
sounds
in a
like you
gang.
were in a gang.
Yeah. Right. Well.
You
Anyway.
were wearing bandanas and they jumped you in.
I would wear Tupac not up front. Like
Oh
I would
my
turn the knot
God.
up front, but my hair
Yeah.
was like this long, so I just looked like a dipshit. And I'd have like a Hanes navy blue sweatshirt on, Dickies, and like some Cortezes or something.
That's
walking
I wear
around.
that now.
I would too,
Yeah.
but well,
I got
would-
Cortezes at the house.
But like
I
I,
love
thought I was
Cortez.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
not
good shoe.
nowhere near hard enough to wear one.
thought I was a gangster. And you could wear that at the mall. They would let you do that at school. They'd be like, no, this is
Can't
no
wear
bandana. You can't wear a
bandanas.
fucking bandana. You're crazy.
I tried to rock. I remember just one time, I tried to rock the DMX style bandana.
Oh yeah.
That's for a certain man. That's for
The man's name is Earl.
Yeah. That's not forever. You
John
just
Rule
can't.
tried to get down on it for a while.
Yeah, he kind of did, but you just can't be. Like, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's such a. You have to have the confidence to not be like, yeah, it's not weird.
What about that Dipset high roll, that high flat bandana?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like almost like a cramp. That's a Dipset one, right?
Yeah,
It's
that's a Jewel Santana.
Santana.
It was like a
Yeah,
crown.
like starch.
It must have been starch because it was so hard.
It would like hang out kind of, and you're
Yeah.
like a hat. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
Bandanas are tough. That's a tough. You gotta really want it.
To this day.
Also, same with do-rags in public.
Yeah, God.
Oh man, you gotta
That's
really.
the non-starter for me.
God,
Like,
yeah.
I had during the 50 Cent era,
Yeah.
I had like a white one, a black one, and a gray one, and you would wear them under hats, but it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, I didn't have a self-confident, like it just wasn't there. So there's nothing worse than a not confident do-rag.
No,
Oh, God,
we were
dude.
just like, maybe will you take it off in the middle of an engagement?
Yeah. Like, you can't respect the dude who walked in with a do-rag and walked out
Without one, yeah.
That's a bad look.
But a good look was picking front and stunt.
Not in front.
That was
the
a
third
good
pick.
move. That was a
I
good
fucking
move.
love that. Now it is on me, and with the final pick of the third round, my third pick, I'm going to draft the store that is no longer with us.
Uh-oh.
The Sharper Image.
Yes. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yo, pour some out for the Sharper Image.
R.I.P. the Sharper Image, and while we're at it, R.I.P. Sky Mall Magazine, which felt
man.
like the
That was
Sharper
like-
Image's high-flying cousin.
The Sharper Image, that was like the America that could have been.
It was a vision of the future.
Oh man.
That felt like it had a little bit of H.R. Geiger in it, but not the scary way.
Yeah,
Like,
no, not Alien guy.
Yeah, no, but like fun, like sleek. Everything was black and sleek.
Yeah, a lot of silver
You
stuff.
never
on
got
it.
this, but you know what we're talking?
Yeah,
yeah. Dude,
They had crazy weird shit.
Crazy
Just like
shit.
a page turner.
So dope.
Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for your magazine. Like it was like
I can turn my pages, but I don't.
but I bought this at Sharper Image.
you would have a remote, but like a remote that was still wired to the page turner. So you
Yeah.
that front was like, yeah.
I remember it would always be like dads in there.
It was always dad.
Just dads in there, just like, hey, look at this.
How convenient.
It was dudes making $70,000 a year who didn't know what to spend it on. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was like, I got my doggers. You know, like what are they
Yeah.
gonna spend? So they're in there just getting massage chairs.
Kenny G's not dropping for another 6
Yeah,
months. I gotta spend this money.
Exactly. I gotta move this. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get it liquid.
Putting something in your beer in the fridge, like something to hold my beer in the fridge.
Yes. They
Yeah.
had those like icy mugs that you put.
Yeah. Oh man, so much. It was that store was for dads.
Hologram stuff. anything
Oh, the
like
hologram alarm
clocks.
clock.
Yeah. Dude, I love that. It was just fun.
I can't believe that went away.
Yeah, right? I
Leather
can't.
coffee cups.
Leather. Yeah. You would.
Yeah,
But
that
it'd be
type
shit
of
like that.
That type of shit.
And it
Oh,
was so
man.
fun because it was like, even as a kid, it was definitely for dads to buy things. You were
Yeah.
never rolling in there with your allowance.
No, you know, yeah. I don't think I ever bought it.
No, I didn't either. But like, it was so fun to just sit around and play because there'd be like crazy shit. There'd be like miniature pool tables where you'd sit like in a massage chair, or there'd be like, remember Floam? Just like weird foam
Oh,
stuff
the
that you
weird,
could-
yeah.
Gak's cousin, Flo.
Yeah, Floam. Gax,
Gax.
exactly.
It was like styrofoam that
But
was
it
like
didn't-
put
it didn't-
together by loogies.
It didn't fart like Gak.
It
Remember
did,
Gak
no.
farted.
That was more of a, it was just a tensile weird thing to feel with your hands. But
Yeah, it had those little Zen sand gardens.
yeah.
That was like the first place
yeah,
I
like
saw
magnet
one.
little-
sculptures.
Coffee table size like thing or Zen garden things where you could just like take a little toothpick.
Yeah.
They
Well, like,
still
what was the
see
thing
your
with
desk.
all the metal rods where you
Yeah,
pull
you
it
put
to
on
the
your
face?
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Imagine how dirty that motherfucking thing was when you're just putting it on
How
your
many?
face.
Did anybody ever do that on their dick?
I never had
Somebody
one
must
to
have
do
done
it.
that on a dick.
100% people.
Yeah,
That had to.
Must.
I never got my hands on one that wasn't at a mall. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
me either.
I never
I
knew
never
anybody
saw that
bucking
shit in
up to
somebody's
own one.
house.
A sharper image.
Sharper Image.
Yeah.
That was a good ass store.
If it was around right now, I swear to God, I would own 10 things from the sharper
Yo,
image.
because I'm getting like Sharper Image money now, which is just to save more money than a child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
It is. Sharper image money is more than $12,000 a year.
Yeah. That's
anywhere
it.
that
That's
goes.
it. That's
Yeah.
it. It's not crazy.
Yeah, dude. R.I.P. the sharper image.
That was the first place that had those travel pillows.
It did. Yeah, the neck pillow.
They had the neck pillows early out the gate.
You were going for
Because
that.
there was a minute you didn't see those things everywhere. It was like, well, this dude must be flying every month.
Right? Yeah.
It's got this
Businessman.
special flying pillow.
Fucking George Clooney up in the air over here.
Yeah,
For reference,
yeah.
that I
Ooh,
won't
I need
understand until
this.
later. But
I need this for quality of life. I need this. This is a luxury.
It's a vertebrae issue, Cheryl. Yeah.
I just bought one of those, yo. This is so overrated.
I got a neck pillow that has a eye shade pocket in it, dude. That's the.
I must have got the wrong one because I spent $30 for one at JFK and it was
Yeah?
just like not good.
You can't buy it at the airport because they will pull you over in there.
Yes.
You know?
$30.
You got to go to like Oh God,
Where do you even
Hudson
go now?
News?
Luggage store.
The
now.
luggage store.
The
Yeah.
place in the Lloyd Center. It's
Yeah.
like they have them in the airports too. What's the name of it?
Uh,
Where you can get like the BB-8 robots from Star Wars
Yes,
and shit.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Sharper image.
It's like sharp. It is.
Yeah.
It's basically a Sky Mall in a store.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
R.I.P. Sharper image. R.I.P. the third round. We are now in the fourth round.
How many rounds are we doing?
We usually go 5.
We're gonna do 4.
We're gonna do 4, but let's try.
I got
to
such a good one.
Let's pick up the pace in the 4th round,
All right.
and then we'll look at because where are we at? Like an hour and a half already? Pushing. Okay, cool.
Yes,
So let's try.
alright.
No, beautiful. It's wonderful. I think people listen and like it. Nobody's bummed out. They get to hear an extra half hour of these 3
Fun,
gentlemen.
fun
these
stuff.
guys?
Fun mall shit.
Just minute then.
I got
I'd
such
have
a.
been
Is it my pick right now?
No, it's my pick.
Team.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys are gonna get my next one though. My next one's. I got some wild shit.
I got. Oh
God, I got
God.
some buck ones on here too.
I was gonna wait till the 5th round to pick this, but I want it so bad that I'm gonna pick it in the 4th round, just on the off chance that one of you dudes would take it. And what I'm taking is walking, and this is a current one. This is not a throwback to childhood. This is me at malls right now in my life. Walking into expensive stores, looking like shit, but having more money than anyone else in that store, and then spending that money with the salesperson who actually bothered to help you.
Yo, that doesn't happen to me
That's
too
a
often. But
long-ass
it has like
explanation.
it
Never
has happened to me
happened to me.
where you just like you got like I get that with shoes a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
you're going
All the
You're
time.
going in like you don't look cool. You're not whatever.
Yeah.
And there's some guy who's got like Jordan 5s on, but he's not like trying to buy another pair.
Right,
He's
exactly.
Just a looky loo.
You want people to see him in his vibes.
And I'm trying to Julia Roberts these motherfuckers.
Yep,
That's
exactly.
what I'm doing,
Big
man.
mistake.
Yeah,
Huge.
big mistake. You work on commission.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Big
I'm buying
mistake.
4 pairs of Air Maxes today.
Dude.
With my man JR over here.
I thought of it because it just happened to me like 2 weekends ago, or 2 weekends ago.
In Portland?
I was in Portland. I was back home in Portland. No sales tax, by the way. Great place to ball out.
Hey,
And
man.
I was staying at this hotel right across from Nordstrom, and I was getting coffee with my mom and my sister. And I hope this doesn't sound like bragging. I'm lucky enough in a
It's
place
fun.
where I have very little expenses and I make like a decent amount of money. So
That's the dream.
It's the dream. I was with my mom and my sister, and there's a Nordstrom's across the street. I think that's national, right? It's like
Yeah, Nordstrom's is
Bit
It's
of a
like
higher-
a big, and it's not even in a mall, right? This was like
This is
its own
freestanding
Nordstrom.
one outside of Pioneer Square, and it's not like a Bloomingdale's or whatever, but it's like pretty high. It's got higher end shit. So I walked in there, and I was wearing like some black shorts, looking grubby. You know, I had like a gray
Was
T-shirt.
it after we had like 30 shots of vodka?
It was the day, 2 days later. It was
Hell
like
yeah.
2 days later. And we went in there. I went in there with like this gray T-shirt, just looking schlubby. People looking at me weird. I was wearing like shitty Adidas Ultra. The Ultra Boost is a great shoe, but these ones I like walk all through Europe and
Yeah.
they're beat the fuck up. And I walked in and like nobody would come over and help us. Nobody would really look at me. Nobody would come talk to me and everything. And then I just dropped, and like one dude finally did. One guy finally came over. I went hard. I went real, like,
Hell
you
yeah.
know, I'm not gonna say the amount, but I went real hard on both. My mom wouldn't let me buy her anything, damn it. But like, my little sister couldn't take my money faster.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
And then I was feeling it, so I bought some stuff for myself, and then it's all commission there. And I was just I didn't say it out loud, but in my head I was like, fuck you,
Yeah.
fuck you. This guy is my fucking god.
And
This dude who looked like Jay
feels-
Larson helped me. He was the best.
Oh.
Yeah.
You always feel so good because it's like, yeah, man, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Like when the guy comes to you when nobody else is coming to you.
Yeah.
Or like, because I get it, I'll go in some places sometimes and they'll just be hella like, everybody they'll be hella rude about it. Like, do you need anything?
Yes,
Can I help you
exactly.
find anything? And then like the one person, usually just like a dude, like he's like the weirdest looking sales dude.
Yes. He's like, what are you doing here?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like we see it, we're kindred spirits. Like he's like, I'm not supposed to be in here either.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it. And then that dude's always like, hey man, do you like when they're like positive about it, then you're like, yeah.
Yeah. Do you need anything? I need a lot of stuff.
Yeah, 'cause I
Been here
rarely
for a while,
don't
this
know what
is
I'm
your day.
getting.
Yeah.
I rarely don't know what I'm getting when I go to the store.
Yeah, exactly. I have a goal. On this one, I went in with a goal and then like had goals added to it as I was walking through the aisles.
And this guy's just like, yo, it pays to
just
be
hooking me
weird.
up with this. He's like, what about this fucking John Barbados thing? And I was like, I normally would never buy this. But for you, I'll
They
buy
both
it.
look good. I saw them both.
They look good, right? Yeah.
Rob Dyrdek, former professional skateboarder turned mogul, in an interview a long time ago said one of his favorite things was pulling up in like a brand new BMW to a really nice restaurant and hopping out and just looking like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then like having a valet and they're just like, what? He goes, I'm rich.
I just love that. I'm rich. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best. That's like what else is the point of being rich? You just look like you're supposed to be there.
It comes from, for me, I think it comes from this deep like not only like we probably couldn't afford to, but like we were like middle class, but like, you know, we weren't like, nobody was like balling out, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Right.
But then like, so we would go into these stores and like a lot of the time not only would they not help, but they also just didn't have a single thing in my size.
Yeah.
Now I can rock 2X, you know, and like most brands are making like 2X stuff. I go in and I'm like, and I have this like chip on my shoulder from childhood, like, fuck you, I'm gonna give it. You know, like,
No, I'm not.
I mean, if I ever get money, that's
Yeah.
exactly what, I mean, I would.
Yeah, the only point about having money that seems cool to me is just being able to spend it on funny stuff.
yeah.
I don't give a shit about real estate. I just want to pay money to customize a dart gun. You know what I mean?
My friend Andy last, like, I am broke, you know, and one of my things that I look forward to happens was like just picking up the shit, you know.
Yeah.
My friend Andy last night picked up dinner, and I'm like, I saw how much it was. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. I couldn't have got it. I couldn't have paid for it.
Yeah.
Even if I wanted to, I'd be like, oh, I gotta go to South Dakota to pay for that.
Yeah.
My problem is I don't have the money to do that. But if I'm out and about and I'm kind of drinking,
Yeah.
and I have like a couple $100 on me, I will buy you. If we've ever talked before, ever, I'll buy you.
Drunk budget's a very different.
Dude, I
business
buy
than
people.
budget.
I can't afford it, and I just buy people, especially in LA, where it's like
Fine,
$5-6
strangers drink
beef.
sometimes.
You know what?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? You want a drink? Oh,
I did
yeah.
that at in New Orleans at this comedy festival. I was just at the bar grabbing drinks for me and a couple friends, and this improv girl walked up. I had no designs of hitting on her or anything like that. She walked up. I was like, whatever she wants, and then walked away.
That's so
Just
great.
because it felt cool at the time, but
Dude.
the next morning I was like, well, what if she wanted, like, you know, like,
What if she's
$60?
getting
What if she's drinking Patron? What if she got her boyfriend?
Yeah.
Dude, the first year I did Bridgetown,
Yeah.
Sean Patton, I didn't
Yeah,
even
God.
know him from a can of paint. He just came up and he was like, hey man, you're a comedian? I was like, yeah. He's like, you ever done Bridgetown before? I was like, no, it's my first time. He's like, you want a beer? And then he bought it and I was like, wow, what a cool guy. Maybe this guy will be like my mentor in comedy and he'll just teach me the ways in the future. And then he just walked away.
And then he just walked and
And then
disappeared.
I saw him do Risk the next day, and
Yeah.
it was just like, yeah, I just been buying new comedians drinks all weekend. You know, I felt so not special. I was just like, oh, I just want to show him.
Man, he gets around. He's
Yeah.
a farmer.
Just mentoring everybody.
All right, so we absolutely did not keep that short, but that's it. Unless you have one more thing to say about it, say it.
No,
If you
I
do,
got
say
another,
it.
I got another pick.
All right, beautiful, because it is your pick. It's the your fourth pick.
No, fourth round.
Second pick.
I'm
fourth pick.
picking Street Fighter 2.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's like, I love how specific it is because I don't think I've ever even seen a Street Fighter game. The Street Fighter 2 defined me
Yeah.
in middle school.
Yeah, Street
I could
Fighter.
roll in-
What is Street Fighter?
I
The
know what it is
first
now.
What's the
'cause
first Street Fighter?
It's
Yeah.
a horrible version. It's like Double Dragon, kind of.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Ooh, does it have all the characters?
It's got like it's got like 4, I think.
I remember being a kid and like people talking about Street Fighter like it was a myth. Just like, yo, I heard in Street Fighter 1, he Honda skinny. Like, like shit like that.
Yeah.
We used to go.
He's not as skinny. Yeah, Blanca's like a dude with orange hair.
Yeah, it's like before that shit happened.
We would go to the Western Mall, and sometimes the big mall, but the Western Mall was a small one where they had a Street Fighter 2 with the Electric Rainbow, and I would go in, and it always just had mad people around it, and I would fucking run them. Like, I was really good at it.
You were
You're
the
still to this day. You're a Street Fighter 2 guy. You're a Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario.
You're the king of
I
Dr.
could
Mario.
still-
I've seen people step to you with that.
They get
And they step away real
yeah,
quick.
they get put down.
Yeah.
I got in a fight one time over, so I beat this kid in Street Fighter 2, and then he's standing behind me, and I'm playing Smith, whipping his ass, by the way. And then this kid spits on me, and it hit my ear, and then went on the screen. And I was heavy in Taekwondo at that point. I was like 10.
I was
So
heavy in
turned around-
Taekwondo.
I turned around and just started roundhousing him like 5 times.
I've
then he-
never heard this before.
Whoa!
He punched me in the stomach, hit my xiphoid process, so it knocked the wind out of me. And this is how little we were. Like a 70-year-old lady broke it up, and we're both still trying to fight. And she's like holding us apart.
Just
And then the kids waited outside in the mall hallway for us, and so we called Smith's
mallway.
mom
The mallway.
in the mallway.
Yeah.
And we're like, Carol, you gotta come get us. 'cause
You gotta come
we're
get
gonna
us.
Shit out of us.
It's going down right now. I don't have time to talk.
I can street fight in a video game, but not in real life, so I'm gonna need you to come. That game was the mall
too. I get it.
Dude, I like that you didn't pick the arcade. I love that you picked just Street Fighter.
Yeah, you
2.
were just like, that's the
At
game.
Aladdin's Castle, you could see a crowd of people. That was the one in the big mall, and you'd be like, "Oh, that's where Street Fighter must be this month."
Yeah.
Because they move it around.
Because right next door to it, there'd be that weird Aerosmith game where you launch CDs and shit. Nobody was fucking with that. It was
No.
all, yeah.
Not even
I always
Over there, just the old guy hanging out at the party.
That's like, you were really cool though. You were like on the Street Fighter, because that was like,
Yeah, everybody put their quarters up, and the person who was on it was the good one.
Yeah.
Like I would run it for days, just beat older fools all the time.
man, that's impressive. That's pretty cool.
That's
And
impressive.
I hear roundhouse some dudes.
I turned around with just the eye of the tiger player, and
Yo, he spit on you. What are you gonna do? You gonna let that slide in
seriously,
your house?
that's the only time to this day that I've ever been spit on, and that's how I reacted when I was 10. I can't imagine what I would do now.
6.
And
I'm pretty calm,
8
like-
roundhouses at this point.
Yeah.
I did,
But like
really
man
not down,
roundhouses. That's 78. She's not breaking it up today.
Yeah.
Not today.
Carol, fly in from Phoenix.
It was like
Somebody spit on me.
at the oldest, 45-year-old woman to break it up now.
Yeah. But like CrossFit from like LA 45.
Yeah, one of
God,
the
that's
sinewy
bug.
people.
Yep.
Sinuate.
Real crepey looking.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Street Fighter 2, amazing pick.
That is amazing.
David Boyd, I'm excited for your amazing pick.
Fourth round.
The final pick of the fourth round.
Final pick of the fourth round. You guys didn't see it coming. I'm going with Wilson's, the leather X.
Oh, what?
Yo!
Dude.
Wilson's?
Your boy, Pat Jordan, rest in peace. My father bought a Notre Dame jacket from Wilson's, gave it to me, and I told this on Craft Beast too, but he gave it to me, and then I didn't wear it a bunch because you couldn't wear it to middle school because you just looked insane. wearing it.
Yeah, you were a boy with a man's clothing.
And he was 6'6", 350, so it was like 2XL leather Notre Dame jacket. A year later, he goes, "Let me get that jacket back." He took it back, and then he left it to me when he died. He left it to me, and now I don't know where it is. It sucks.
No. Do you think it's somewhere in
It's
like
somewhere in
the
the
Kelly
crib.
Jordan household?
It's somewhere in mom's house.
If it's in the crib, that's good.
That's a
You
good
give that to
call.
Bori, dude. You give that
Yo.
to Bori.
Yo, I
You
would,
send that to
man.
Sugar Shane
I would.
Torres in New York
Oh,
for
God,
those hard
Shane, you have
winters.
to wear this next time.
Oh man, because I would rock that.
Yeah.
Like a Wilson's
You could get
fly.
ponchos too. That's where we got our ponchos. The only non-leather thing that we could get at Wilson's was like a poncho.
Yeah,
They're real
I didn't even
popular.
know. I just remember going in there, being in there as like a kid with my mom, and just like lots of dudes looking like R. Kelly type stuff, like looking for leather vests
Yeah.
and shit.
And the type of person who's gonna wear leather vest is gonna look like R. Kelly.
Yo,
Yeah,
and
you do.
like,
And it
'cause
smells
It's
like
like some
leather.
mature sexual dudes where you're like, what's your story? How'd you get to here? How'd you
yeah,
go from a child to this point?
'cause it's a weird vibe in there. It's a weird smell in there.
It smelled like leather. You
It's-
could smell it in the hallway.
Yeah, and they just like, and I never even bought anything in there, but I just been in there.
Yeah, we used to just get 8-ball jackets, Looney Tunes
Oh
jackets.
man, I want an
Blue
8-ball
jackets.
jacket like for this one.
Dude, all the fucking all the
Do
trash.
they still have 8-ball jackets?
So they have to. You go to a swap
God,
meet, I guarantee
Oh,
you.
like Slauson?
Yeah.
Of course, they got 8-ball jackets.
That would be dope.
I'd go to one of those. I bet that would be fun.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Meet on slot.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can.
Well,
I'm going shopping after this. Me and my homie, we're having a fat dude Burlington Coat Factory.
Oh, Burlington's good.
Yeah, he's in the parking lot right now.
Burlington's got that good stuff.
Yeah, they got the best one.
Yeah.
I've been going over there. They got like Tommy Hilfiger shirts.
Yeah.
They got like Nautica shirts. It's good.
Nautica.
Nautica. I hold it down for Nautica still.
Wilson's.
Wilson's, the leather.
Should we do
expert.
round 5 as a lightning round, or are we done?
Let's do it
What do you
fairly
want?
quick. No, we'll do it as a quick round.
Okay.
Bori, your fifth pick,
All right, let me see.
your final pick.
Fifth final pick is going to be, and this is a weird. So this is sort of weird. I don't know how many of you guys had this, but waiting for your mom in Victoria's Secret.
Oh yeah,
That was an
Yeah.
awakening.
that
Man.
was.
Whoa.
Kelly Jordan wouldn't dare go into a Victoria's Secret.
Dude, yeah.
John Moberly didn't get that kind of candy.
No, dude, that was always an experience because it's for them. It's just like, hey, I gotta pick up some underwear.
Yeah.
Couldn't be less sexy for them.
Yo, in your head though, you're like, yo, we're about to.
Yeah.
It's going down.
And you're just looking at beautiful women at Victoria's Secret, knowing
Oh,
they're about to buy
It's
something.
beautiful
They
women
sit on their genitals.
holding bras.
Yeah.
But they sell
Like, 'cause
normal
boobs as a
shit,
kid are like,
too.
what?
Like, I always thought it was just like gnarly underwear. It's like normal underwear. They sell.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
they
a
have
good
all
place
their-
to get
yeah,
underwear.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
but
it's a
it's
high
like,
quality underwear.
and this could be any underwear. It doesn't have to be Victoria's Secret. It was the same thing when we went to the bra section at JCPenney.
Yeah. Were you
Man,
just
here.
like that?
Oh
Yeah.
man, I remember like putting my face in one of the cups, like
Oh yeah,
just like touching it,
feeling them,
just like whoa.
the squish when they're a little padded.
Yeah, you just knowing like at some point boobs
Yeah.
are gonna.
I was over there
Yeah.
stealing Kendall Gill jerseys that whole time.
Yo, Kendall, yo,
You were like, I'm gonna see some real boobs.
You guys
Yeah,
were
yeah,
First step to that.
yeah,
Kendall
Kendall
Gill
Gill jersey.
put your face into the bras. I'm talking Kendall Gill. Great.
Yeah, I feel like we were at really different points. We were at different
I
levels.
started way too young out on the boredom, dude.
No, I appreciate it.
It's amazing to me that women hate bras. Because I think
Yeah.
a lot of because they get home and take them off. They feel so soft.
It
Yeah.
feels so soft.
I love it.
But it's probably still uncomfortable.
Yeah, because it's like a holster, especially you're a woman with like really large breasts. Those
Yeah.
things are all like those industrial sized bras.
Right, it keeps them where they're ready to
Yeah.
supposed to be.
Yeah. Like I was seeing this girl
That's
that had like big boobs, and she had
Yeah.
like she used to have the front one,
Oh yeah, the
which to
front.
us is like whoa, Phoebe Cates,
Right.
like that shit is.
Yeah.
But like she would just like the look on her face when she would after like a long day. Just,
Oh,
ooh, yeah.
just
that
love
shit,
it.
yeah, that shit is like they don't like bras.
Thank you for all the hell you go through, women. We all
Hey man, I
For real.
appreciate you.
we appreciate it.
I always like whenever a girl's like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't put my makeup on. I was like, who else didn't put their makeup on?
Yeah,
It's me.
yeah.
Like you shouldn't
Me.
have to.
And we're going on like 32 years straight.
Yeah, if you never put makeup on, again, you should never have to. Do that.
Yeah.
I get it.
But if you want to do it for you, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing things for you, Sean, what are you going to do for you and for the listeners with your fifth pick?
The last one, and this might just be a regional thing, or it might just be a Sioux Empire Mall thing, but I'm going to call Malloween, where all the stores, you would put your costume on, because sometimes it was super shitty in Sioux Falls, like snowing out, so we couldn't go outside.
For sure.
So all the stores would open up late at night, and they would hand you candy, and you just trick or treat through the whole mall, and it was fucking dope.
That sounds great.
It was
Yeah.
so dope. You
We
got
had
all
all-
sense.
Because that was like a safe alternative kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
this is the
kind of.
safe.
I mean, nothing was going down in Sioux Falls anyways, but it was just like, here, your kids, like, you don't have to eagle eye them. They can just, you know, you can walk in the middle, they'll walk over here, and like they get candy everywhere. No one's a dick.
Yeah,
None of the no
yeah.
one's putting, even though nobody ever really put a razor blade in anyone's
I
candy.
don't think that ever
never happened, but they weren't doing it at the mall.
Yeah, but you probably didn't get like pencils or bullshit. There's
No, we got like dope
Pencils
shit.
and erasers at Halloween.
I remember getting change from people.
Yeah, dude.
Remember that?
I get like
What a
do.
banana.
dickhead.
Nickel. Here it is, a nickel.
Get out of
Fuck
here.
you, Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, that Snickers fun size, probably 3 cents net weight.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're losing money on this transaction.
This
I'm
is only
eating.
going to get me a portion of the carton of eggs I'm going to use.
Yeah.
Your fucking brand new Mercedes, you cheap dickhead.
Not to mention the toilet paper I'm gonna waste.
Luckily, I'm stealing that from Burger King. So
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But like,
I'm coming out even at best.
Halloween. Yeah, we didn't. I don't think we had Halloween. I could be misremembering, but that
I think a
sounds
lot of
great.
people
It
did.
sounds great.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Sioux Falls leads the nation. So goes Sioux Falls. So goes the nation. in my opinion.
Halloween, dog.
I like Halloween. I will wrap it up.
All right, wrapping it strong.
My final pick. God, there's two that I want to go. It sucks that we're only doing 5 rounds because there's so much good shit about the mall.
There it is.
So since I already went hot mall girls, I'll tell you which two I'm going to leave behind. I'm not going to pick hot Israeli women giving you free lotion samples.
Oh, yo, she was touching you.
She was touching you, dude, and you didn't have the money for it, so you didn't care.
And she knew what was going on.
Exotic. She was giving you that Dead Sea fucking lotion. And I'm not gonna pay hot makeup / perfume women at the department store.
I dated one of them when I was older. I dated this girl,
Really?
Jillian Gunley. Yeah.
Dude,
That
that was
is
like a
so cool.
They were classy.
Shit, that's cool.
It was like I'd go in.
Classy women.
That was one. You go in just looking like a scumbag. And
Yeah.
you're like, why? And I'm like, Jillian Gunley. Like, funny
She
girl.
smells amazing.
Tell you what, I'm funny.
So I'm not gonna pick either of those, and instead I'm gonna go maybe the opposite. I'm gonna pick the fossil store.
Oh, the watch store?
No, not the fossil watches. The store that's not in every mall,
We had
but
one.
it's in a lot of malls. You go in there and you buy like a shark tooth or like a
Oh,
fish.
and they'd have like pebbles,
Yeah,
just like
they'd have, like,
smooth
opals,
pebbles.
You get like
Make, like, a
geodes.
necklace.
You get those
Yeah.
crystals, like the rocks that you open up and there's
Yes,
crystals
thunder
inside.
eggs, dude. Yeah.
Oh man,
I
I forgot
love the
about
fossil
that.
store back.
You
in
could
the
get
day.
like dinosaurs that you could build, like the model.
Yes.
You know, you like build the
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But also those ones that you
Puzzles.
just put in water, the pill.
And they
Yeah,
were
the
grown
sponge
too.
ones.
I still love that shit. Ivan Carmel, my father who I love.
He's a very nice nice man.
Very nice man, Ivan. You've met Ivan.
Gentleman.
You've met Ivan.
Gentleman can say.
He's a one of one, but he's a nice man. And he's still for my birthday, he bought me a shark too. I liked it.
forgot my
Probably the
goddamn
girl I'm gonna
phone
marry.
storage.
I mean, that's a whole nother podcast. But we
God
she,
damn it.
and she saw this and she goes, "This is a real shark." She freaked out and I texted Ian. I was like, "Is that real, right?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, well, Laura's losing her fucking mind.
I got shark too.
Now
That
you
is-
now Ian's
you do
got a
need to
girlfriend
lock
named
that
Laura and I don't.
She's on that shark too. Dude.
Yeah.
So, that's what I'm talking about.
Shark Tooth, let's be honest. She didn't say anything about the Jordans, but I knew.
The shark too.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's no such
That's
thing.
the only problem I ever want to have.
It's weird to bring a girl over and just like
I
have
don't
to
think
comment
so.
on the show. Just be like, I know that seems like a lot.
You said that, but I don't.
Well, how many
think
pairs
so.
do you think you got right now? Yo, that's too
It's
long
not.
of a pause. That's
It's
too-
less than you'd think. and
I
think it's
got
on
like
my
4
list.
pairs. I keep like a 4-shoe rotation.
Ridiculous.
30 pairs.
I got like
That's,
11 pairs.
That's not monster. That's not. I don't think you're a monster.
If I was making money, my room would be a fucking.
I have nothing else to
Yeah.
spend money on.
Yeah,
Nice meals
yeah.
and shoes. You know what I mean?
And let's treat yourself, dude. It's not. I don't think that it's a big deal.
Well, we don't need to. This week.
Yeah.
We can draft shoes.
So the fossil store, dude. I fucking love the fossil store.
That's a good move. That's a good solid closing pick.
And I'll tell you now that the draft is wrapped up, one thing you mentioned earlier that I wish would have got picked was the knife store.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Oh, man.
Excalibur was
Weapons store.
Weapons
No,
store.
like where you
Weapons
get
store
throwing
was
stars.
so.
They had knives, swords, and then for some reason beer steins.
Yeah.
Remember?
As if that shit all goes hand in hand.
Well, of course, if you're gonna have knives, you have to sell beer steins.
Yeah,
Guess what?
yeah.
They don't go hand in hand with the kind of person who would buy a knife in a mall. It's also the kind of person who would own a beer stein.
Yeah.
Look at that
'Cause
knife
neither
with
of them
brass
are
knuckles
used
on
for
it.
their
Yeah.
intended use.
Right, exactly.
Like the beer stein's going on the shelf. The knife
Never to be
going.
drank out of.
Yeah, the knife's not gonna stab
Yeah,
anyone.
the
No.
knives.
I need. God, I remember. Like, yeah, I need a butterfly knife. Why the fuck? Even if I did get it for self-defense, how's a butterfly knife? gonna
Dude,
help me?
I tweeted that the other day. Like, learning how to use a butterfly knife was like the least impressive thing I ever devoted a bunch of time to. Like, it was like a summer of just like trying to.
Yeah.
And now I can do it, and nobody fucking cares.
I care heavy.
Do you?
Yes, I care for the whole city of Los Angeles.
And I don't even do it like the good one. I do it the one flip and spin.
You really can.
I can do it the one flip and spin though. I can't do it like where you flip it and you like cross it a bunch of times.
Can you
I
do it like in a row though? Can you like one flip and spin?
It's been a while. Maybe I don't know. I'd have to read because I still remember how to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
You know, you're sitting in a room right now with a nunchuck, man.
That's what I was.
Are you serious?
I'm getting that because I'm really good at nunchucks. And we
whoa,
could,
nunchaku.
it like all these comedy festivals, like Christian brought it up when you were there. Like, what can you do that isn't comedy? And I was like, nunchucks. I can fucking really.
Was that
kill
from
them.
the Taekwondo days?
Yeah. And my idea was like Ian should freestyle while I do or beatbox while I do nunchucks, and we'll just do that for like 3 minutes, and that's our set.
Yeah,
That's a
And
good
they
set.
wouldn't pick it up, but you throw a butterfly knife in there.
Dude, the three of us up there just doing all
And
beatbox.
then
You
like
guys do
someone
nunchucks to
juggling,
the
like
beat.
it'd be so
I also had a bullwhip for a while. Just got it at the fair.
I have a neighbor with a bullwhip.
You guys ever had the? It's been to the Puyallup Fair?
Yeah,
in
oh my
Washington?
God, I haven't been to that one, but I've been to that same thing in Oregon.
Yeah. I had a bullwhip for a
Dude.
minute.
That's fucking.
It was weird. It was a weird thing to just have.
Whip is a weird thing to have.
You're a
Yeah.
whip guy, dude. That's like being a toothpick guy. You're just like you throw yourself in a niche.
Well, you know, I read an interview one time. You know who was a whip guy? Him and his brother, Barry White.
What?
Swear to God. Barry White said that he could knock a flea off a dog's ass with a bullwhip. That's 100% true, dog.
Just Barry White walking in with that deep voice with a whip in his
He
hand?
said, I guess when he was a kid, they were like, you know, they were rough and tumble kids.
Yeah.
But he wanted to have a gun, so he had a bullwhip.
Oh, whip was the next choice.
Could you imagine getting fucked up by a fat dude with a jerry curl and a bullwhip?
No.
You can't even like.
I can't imagine that.
You gotta go in the house. You gotta tell somebody that just happened. What happened to you?
How'd you get that laceration on your arm?
Yo, I don't even know, dude.
You know that guy?
This fat dude hopped out of like a green Cadillac with a jerry curl. He just hit me. I think my girlfriend was in there. I don't even know. Like
He had
that's
a snakeskin whip. I don't
yeah.
know.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
The whip said "fuck you" at the end of it. You know when you crack a whip, that's a sonic boom.
Yeah, is it
Yeah.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Breaks the sound barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, can't think of a better place to
Right.
conclude the podcast.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel
Story of
pretty
Barry
good.
White Swift. Very quickly, well, let's go over the picks. David Boy, you had the first pick, and your list is outlet malls,
Yes.
and then the urban clothing store at the mall,
Yes.
and then airbrush clothing,
Yes.
and then Wilson's Leather.
I stand behind all of those.
Absolutely.
When you say them together, it sounds bad ridiculous.
None of them won't, by the way. And then with the final pick, waiting for your mom at Victoria's Secret / anywhere where lingerie is sold.
Uh-huh.
Sean Jordan, you had the second pick. Sean Cougar Mellon Jordan. And you went up top with mall music stores. Sam Goody, FYE. What was yours called again?
Disc jockey.
Disc
Disc
jockey.
Cougar Melon jockey.
Disc Cougar Mellon jockey. John, wait, do the John Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Jordan.
But do it to the disc jockey.
Disc Claude Van Jockey.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yo, you're bulletproof.
You went number 2 with shoplifting.
Yeah.
Number 3, front / stunt at the mall. Number 4, Street Fighter 2,
Sure.
specifically, and you wrapped it all up with Halloween.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I picked third, and I went up top with food court. Followed that up with hot mall girls.
That one was classic.
Classic. Went number 3, R.I.P. the sharper image. Fourth pick, walking into expensive stores looking like shit, but having a ton of money, and then spending that money with the salesperson who actually had the nuts to talk to you.
Yes.
And wrapped it all up with the Fossil store.
That's, man, what a weird journey it's been.
Good one. I like it.
Make sure you go to @Ian Carmel on Twitter and vote. If you listen to it, vote on who you thought had the best draft today. Thank you so much for listening. This has been All Fantasy Everything. We'll be back next Thursday with a brother brand new episode. It's not true. Another brand new episode. Thank you for listening.
Three more.
That was a headgum podcast. This is a headgum podcast.
This is a headgum podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything. I am your host, Ian Carmel. And before we get started with the draft, I want to say a couple things. Today, sorry for the delay. I know this one is coming out a couple days late, but trust me, we were working on some cool shit that hopefully you'll get to see. And also I just want to say thank you to everyone who listens to All Fantasy Everything. We recently passed 215,000 downloads, which is amazing. That's amazing because none of these are good. Not one of these podcasts has been good yet. They're all terrible. You guys keep listening to them anyway, and I just want to thank you so much for that. And if you have time, please go to iTunes and subscribe. Give us a rating. Leave a comment if you want to. 5 stars. We give you nothing less than 5-star drafts, so we expect and we deserve, and you deserve, to feel the joy of giving us a 5-star rating on iTunes. Today, we are drafting the hardest topic we've ever done on All Fantasy Everything. I spent 2 hours stealing money from CBS to do research on this topic. The topic we're doing today is movies with 30% or below rating on Rotten Tomatoes that feature the work of an Academy Award nominated or winning actor, or I think we also decided director at some point. Or actor. Mostly actors. It's so hard. Jesus. It's so hard. There are movies that you're like, that's trash, but I like it, and you go to Rotten Tomatoes and it's got like a 58, and you're like, who the fuck thought it was a 50? I guess I wasn't alone on that one.
Everybody loved that movie, Paper Soldiers.
There was some on there where you're just like, damn, I love this movie.
Yeah.
And people fucking hate it.
That's true too.
That's That's the critics being snobs, dog.
I felt the other way.
Can't
I
stand
was
it.
like, this movie's trash. I like it when it's trash. And then you go there and it's got a surprisingly high rating. I'm like, oh, they thought like National Treasure 2 Book of Secrets was that good?
Mount
right?
Rushmore is in
Some
there.
of it I got mad at too. I was like, I know trash, but this is trash.
Yeah.
I was also pissed when I found something like 37%.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And you're
That
like,
was
"Whoa."
infuriating.
Like, come on, make a decision,
Right,
guys.
that's gotta be
Put it 37.
We are having a rare four-banger today. There are four people drafting, so we should get to it, actually. Very quickly, I'd like to introduce our guest. Back by popular demand, returning champions, we have Sean Jordan and David Bory in the house.
Yeah.
What up, what up?
Yeah.
Sean Jordan, people can find you at Sean S. Jordan on Twitter.
Sean S. Jordan on Twitter and Sean Cougar Melon Jordan on Instagram.
Sean Cooter, Melon Jordan. Any shows coming up you want to pump?
No.
Right.
Super Bowl.
David Bory, you are at The Cheese is Silent on Twitter.
Cool Guy Jokes 87 on Instagram.
Any shows you got coming up that you'd like to pump?
I'm going to be at Doc Slap in San Francisco on December 21st. The day before, though, watch my social media. It's something really cool.
Is something cool happening the day before?
Just on
Oh, it is?
I know what it is.
Spoiler to all of us right there.
Guys,
Well, everyone who signed an NDA was listening to this.
yeah.
Can't wait to see that. And we have a first-time guest with us here today. Long-time listener. The first day to come.
No, I've actually lied about this. I've never heard of an episode. None of those 215,000.
Why didn't you tell me that before the podcast? You told me on the air like
It was honestly just a prank. I thought I could get on the podcast if I just said I was a fan. I thought
There it is.
I thought you were that low.
Yeah, you got on the podcast and my shit list at the same time. Zach Harper in the house.
Yeah.
At Talk Hoops on Twitter. Basketball writer. Thought leader.
Thought leader.
Timberwolves loyalist.
Yeah. Cage enthusiast.
Cage enthusiast. Nick
Yeah.
Cage enthusiast. In fact, this is your fault for this podcast.
Yeah. I found it.
I was like, yo, what the fuck?
I didn't get it. I read it like 7 times.
I found this to be very easy.
You just went off the top.
Clearly.
Right.
Yeah,
I got through like 20 movies and I was like, oh, I should probably look some things up.
If you're a fan of Zach Harper, you know he's constantly tweeting about watching terrible, terrible movies. That's the whole NBA offseason for you, right?
And in season.
And it's
Yeah, actually mostly in season. It's funny that you said you stole 2 hours from CBS because I
Yeah.
stole 4 years from
You-
CBS doing this exact thing.
That's perfect. Well, let's get down to this exact thing. There's 4 of us, and we got a lot of shitty movies to get through. So the way we're gonna determine who goes, we're gonna do a 3-way rock paper scissors between Sean, Zach, and David. If they double up, those 2 people are eliminated, and whoever has a singular one wins. If they go rock paper scissors, we just do it again. Accurate?
Yeah,
Sure.
Accurate?
Yeah.
All right, cool. And I will narrate as always.
No, I thought you were going to say.
It's rock paper scissors shoot.
But I thought you were going to say
Oh,
that.
okay.
Oh,
I'll say it.
yeah.
I'm sorry. There was a dereliction
Because
on
otherwise,
my part.
it's just silence.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, 3
Yeah.
papers. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh,
Yeah.
rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh,
damn.
Zach Harper has won the game of rock, paper, scissors. Now you get to pick the order of the draft. Now remind you, it is serpentine.
Yeah.
You go fourth. You also pick first and
Every
second.
time you say that, it's so tight. Now, I'll remind you, it is a service.
It's a serpentine draft. People hit me up on like Facebook and stuff. Will be like, explain this. I'm like, I've explained it every episode.
They're
Yeah,
hitting you
it's
up
not
on the
even
internet.
hard.
Like, be like, you're on their computer. They hit me up on.
Google serpentine. You know
Get
what I
on
mean?
Google and ask them to explain.
And get on Google, which is that's how big of a blood I am. I'll change even other letters.
Even,
than
the,
C.
even anything that sounds like a C.
Yeah, yeah.
D's getting changed. What's that?
Google.
Really, the G is just a C with a hair.
That's absolutely true. You know,
That's what they
thin
say.
John Waters
I
mustache.
think it's the game who initiates it.
Who wants to go?
I do.
I do.
I do.
I definitely want to
Oh,
go.
we all have a part.
David.
God damn it!
Yes!
Woo!
And then probably like a counterclockwise
Sean.
situation, right?
Oh,
Look
look
Look at this, we're going in at 8.
More upset my entire life.
Time draft.
I'm not gonna get. There's 3 movies I like, and you guys are gonna take all of them.
I
Oh,
got it.
man, yeah. I'm first.
You're first. All
Gone
right.
in motherfucking 6
Ah,
hours.
damn
what
it.
a great
First.
What a
God,
great pick.
oh, yeah. Mr. Robert Duvall. Mr. Nicolas Cage. Miss
Angelina Jolie.
shitty taste in taste.
But they have, but these people, they regularly nail it. I mean, they get,
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes is put a lot of time.
they're good because they'll even rate a shitty, like what is perceived by some people as a shitty movie. But if it was fun, they'll be like, no, that was dope. Because like, you know, The Expendables has a good rating, you know?
Right.
Fun. It's still a bunch of cars they murdered.
Right? Yeah.
That's what he does. It's called Elmo.
Just Ellen, Angelina Jolie's blonde dreadlocks in that movie are the only time white people dreadlocks have been acceptable.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Nobody-
Sway or Tech? It's Sway and Tech.
No, it's not. I think it's actually Tech Tech.
What is it?
It
Kid
ain't,
Tech.
it ain't tech.
What is it? DJ Red Alert?
I think it was Cool Herc.
Cool Heart. Yeah. Her name was The Breakfast Club. Her name is like Sway in it, isn't it?
I'll look
It's
up.
a sexy fake name. Yeah. That's good, dude. That's Nicolas Cage.
That's hot Nicolas Cage.
Hot Nicolas Cage action.
He used to blast.
Sway.
songs.
Yeah, dude. Sick. Every time she got in the crowd, she go, "What up, world?"
Yeah.
And then she'd sit in the car.
I didn't know why she was wearing that turban.
Yeah, that was weird.
Angelina Jolie got bars.
That's so funny. It was a good.
And
Don,
it's star-studded. Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah. Isn't Don Cheadle also in it?
I think so.
It's got
There was like the crossover was nuts.
Yeah. There was so many, and there were 3 Oscar-nominated actors, winning actors, right?
Yeah.
Cage won, Angelina won, Duvall must have, right?
Will Pat,
Oh.
fantastic character actor Will Pat, Delroy Lindo,
Oh,
is in it, Timothy
sign me
Olyphant,
up.
fantastic
Oh,
Scott
wait,
Klein, Casey Affleck.
Casey Affleck.
Is he not? Or am I mixing up? Timothy
That's the
Olyphant was
thing.
the other detective.
Fast and the Furious. I feel like Fast and the Furious couldn't have happened if it on the 60 seconds.
Probably
No way.
Probably not. But
Also,
But
just
it's-
side note,
Yeah.
also couldn't happen.
But that new point, right?
Horrible.
I refuse. I will watch any movie. I refuse. I watched R.I.P.D. I won't watch this.
I believe these criminals like myself are extreme athletes. when I was sitting there watching that with good friend Shane Torres, and we were watching it, and I go, you could give me 150 takes and $1 million compensation for this movie, and I just could not get that out.
That's a
of my
real
mouth.
line in the movie?
Ish, something like that.
Believe.
He's in front of fucking the CIA or whatever, and he's like, I believe these criminals, and watch them myself, are extreme athletes.
What?
Stop.
What, the one right
Last
there?
year. This year.
Well, this year or last year.
Yeah.
They should just call it
Say that
Sky
in the
Heist.
first one, and his name was John Legend.
Yeah. And I would just like to say, as an extreme athlete, I don't care for that kind of dialogue.
Also, I love Mountain Dew.
I would hate it. Like, dog, if you're an extreme athlete, you don't say extreme athlete.
Do you think as an extreme athlete, I would like a something club sandwich and a side of sun chips?
And then he just like squeezed a Red Bull like spinach and it just like popped into his mouth.
How do you drink?
Huh?
How do you drink?
I don't drink them, dude. They drink me.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
That's the thing that sounds tough, and if you think about it for a second, it's like, this guy's sung by a can of Red Bull.
You don't think of it, dude. You think too hard.
That's the first
Never
problem.
know what color the paint is if you don't leave the house.
Gone in 60 seconds, man. That's a good movie. Why is it perceived so poorly by critics, do you think?
I think because through the sands of time, maybe
Not
it looks a little corny now,
Yeah.
right? It's kind of cheesy, but I like cheesy movies. I like that movie.
Maybe it was the age we were when it came out. We were
Like-
right in the pocket
It's
for
like
it.
18.
Yeah, we were in our teens when that movie came out.
It was like one of those movies. Yeah, I don't feel it like it was a movie my parents loved. But I loved.
Yeah, it had cool cars. It had beautiful women.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage being himself.
Perfect
himself.
Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage. Perfect amount of Nicolas
What was his name in that movie?
Randall Reigns. Randall Reigns.
Randall Reigns.
I almost said Randolph Jr.
And the dude, Randall Reigns, and then it was.
Well, his nickname was Memphis.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Who was
Memphis
the
Reigns.
who was the villain? Because he had a tight name too. That British dude who loved like such a villainous thing. He makes wood. He carves wood in his spare time.
Yeah.
And then Memphis is just in there breaking all his wood stuff. He's like,
No.
you just crush people in cars, and you're worried about your chair.
He's worried about something he laid later that night. I love when bad guys have a weird affectation.
Yeah, it
like
makes him
that.
scared.
Yeah. Like if a bad dude just had a snow globe that he shook while he was like threatening you, you'd be like, shit. I bet that's human ashes in there. That's not even like whatever's usually in the snow globe.
And then it's like all the ashes settle, and it's you somehow. come over here and we won't talk until it's over.
Yeah, I should sit quiet. Shit, unless you.
I swear to God, if you hum the lowrider theme.
Yeah. One negative word out of that perfect mouth.
I'm 60 seconds. Damn it. All right, fine.
So that's
All right.
first.
The first pick off the board in the. Well, I don't even have movies below 30% on Rotten Tomatoes that feature an Academy Award nominated actor.
We'll come up with a tight acronym for
Is
it.
Really rolls off the
first
tongue.
pick off the board is Gone in 60 Seconds. Sean Jordan, you have the second pick. You are on the clock.
It's tough, but we're gonna say Bad Boys 2.
Oh, you piece of shit!
Hold on.
It was on there.
William Smith.
William Smith is an Academy nominated. Yeah, absolutely. It's below 30.
I have it right here. I wrote them all down. So Bad Boys 2 is a astonishing 23%.
What?
Fuck those critics. How about that? That's
they're
horrible.
throwing cadavers out there.
What?
Like, it's one of those movies where
There's patience.
people don't let it be the movie that it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to make you think. They're throwing cadavers at people.
They got bodies full of ecstasy.
They're dropping cars on the freeway.
Yeah. It's got-
Does it open with them wearing Ku Klux Klan hoods?
Yep.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
that when
dude,
they
and they say
crack the
white
meeting.
power, and he says blue power, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's the best.
That's the blue last night.
Mark Lawrence like, you shot me in the ass.
Uh-huh.
Like it's
Yeah.
It's the whole woosah.
When they open the door,
Joe
when
Pantoliano.
that guy's there to date Martin Lawrence's.
That guy, the basketball feet on you?
Yeah.
That guy, that ugly man?
He was so ugly. When that dude shows up looking like a Cash Money reject.
Yeah, like a predator, like a raptor.
Yeah, trying to date Martin Lawrence's daughter. It's hilarious.
The whole time. Oh no, it's not his daughter, but his sister though, Mike Lowry dating his sister.
Yeah.
When in real life, it's Dwayne Wizzle dating her.
It is Dwayne.
Married to them.
Which would you rather have? Who would you rather your sister marry? Dwayne Wade or Will Smith?
Will
Yeah.
Smith.
Will Smith?
You said Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne Wade. Hands
What?
down.
Why?
Will Smith is
Wade.
Just because
I think Will Smith would be like, I would find more reasons to go to Will Smith's house.
I know LeBron's got an elevator in his house. He's got a
Who's
casino.
D-Wade?
Wait,
Will
D-
Smith
but
can
Ronnie
get you-
Wade is really good friends with
Will
him.
Smith
yeah.
can get you to LeBron James' house, guaranteed.
But he could also get you to Spike Lee's house.
Will Smith. So in this scenario, let's say they both they divorce their partners. Okay.
Wait,
So now
wait.
Will Smith, you had to deal with Willow and Jade.
Oh
You
no,
gotta go over to like dinner.
Horrible.
Oh, that's a good.
Horrible
And
deal
Willow's
breaker.
there,
right
and he's like, "I cooked dinner," and then like Jaden just like takes a, he's like serving you like a shoe. He's like,
Sure.
"You can choose your food."
Jaden comes
you
in
know?
and he just does like a tank top volley on a skateboard. He's like, yeah, I skateboard.
Yeah, I gotta switch
real
it to D-Wade.
specific sort of problem to have with Jaden.
Yeah,
That's
I
me. That's my demon.
feel like you've thought out that scenario before.
Jaden Smith would he'd like have a live pheasant on the table. If you were truly hungry, you would kill it for yourself. Like you'd have to kill a pheasant. You
Does
know?
this scare you?
Yeah. This is we're eating meat tonight. That's what it would be. He would lay on the table and you'd be eating that lunch. You know?
Yeah, I
You
could
have to deal with that.
I've never felt any sort of pain this word.
Yeah. I'm so much. I would go. I think I would go Dwayne Wade. I would rather my sister.
The
marry
problem
Dwayne
with
Wade.
The problem with Dwayne Wade is he was not in Bad Boys 2.
Oh,
Will Smith.
actually, yeah, that's a good point.
If you like, if he gives you a beer or something, it's like, hey, can I get you a beer? You take it a little too dramatic, he's gonna flail all over the place.
Yeah,
and then
and he'll
he's like,
flop.
Yeah,
You're gonna play Monopoly, he's gonna
like,
throw the board over.
yeah, throw the board. Check out this bullshit email I got from Pat Riley. Like,
Yeah,
this guy
yeah.
doesn't even care.
If you were like too far away from him, and you were like, hey, Dwayne, can you throw me our keys? He'd miss you.
Oh yeah, no, things going out the window.
He was close by precision. Like,
I just put in like a Larry Bird chest pass video, be like, Dwayne, watch the fundamentals real quick.
check it out.
Sit down, watch that fundamentals video. Yeah.
I can't believe Bad Boys 2 had that low.
Crazy,
Especially
right?
because Bad Boys is like.
Yeah.
And Bad Boys 2 is better.
Way better.
It's better.
Whoa,
It's a Michael.
way better.
It's Michael Bay doing Michael
Bad.
Bay shit.
Bad Boys is pretty fucking good.
I didn't
It's
say it
also
wasn't.
great.
I
I
didn't
would
say it
put them
wasn't.
at 99 and 98.
Yeah, TV shit.
Tay Leone.
Okay.
I'm
I-
dead serious. 80s. If we're talking whatever we like.
I didn't even honestly think to look for Bad Boys 2. The idea that it would be that low is insane to me.
I was scrolling through Will Smith,
Yeah.
thinking like he's deep in the game, and then I got mad when I saw it.
I would have to get up and walk around a little bit.
You guys both had that on your list, I assume, right?
Yeah.
You got
Not on mine. I didn't even think to look for it.
Yeah.
You think he ever starts going by Bill Smith?
When he's doing
I
his
hope that's how
taxes.
he closes it out.
I
Yeah.
thought by now we were going to be calling him
Millennial?
I really did.
Just one name, Millennium?
Just millennial.
I think that album didn't do what he wanted
It
to.
did.
It's a real banger though.
Summertime, and they say it dope. Summertime is one of the best rap songs ever.
Yeah,
Right.
is that contested though?
No, but I just feel like that got him a lot of credit. Like he can skate by, and some
No,
there's some
Big
good
Willie
beats.
style was really bad.
There's some good beats. Wild Wild West is an okay song.
Chicken with it still gets played at the arena.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
So it can't be that.
So does everybody dance now? Let's not.
I guess my car's in
Our-
NBA arena now.
I bet if you asked your average millennial, they wouldn't even know who Will Smith was or rapper.
So do we all leave now? Or
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
I think that's
done?
That's what if people ask me what generation I am, I'm a millennial.
Bienvenido a Miami. That's
Oh my God, Bad Boys 2 is such a good one. The Throwing the Cadavers, it's they end in Cuba, right?
They end up.
yeah.
They're Miami. They're police
Because they got
officers.
Diego Fablo is up in there. He's like the main bad guy.
Yeah.
And he is Diego Fablo.
They're Miami police officers. And
Already a
You wreck
crazy
shit like they're
thing.
Transformers, by the way.
Yeah.
They're in the Matrix. Like they leave the interstate the same way that Neo leaves it.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is the real Miami that we're trying to live in.
Do they ever? I don't remember. Did they ever explain why Will Smith's character has so much money?
His
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah,
His
his
parents were rich.
Okay.
He's a trust fund baby. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
always driving
Because
Lambos.
And Martin Lawrence is like,
Talk shit.
I'm not like you. My parents leave me in trust fund.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to leave the garbage.
No, it was John Sally.
Oh yes.
John
Spider-Man
Sally
is.
is the tech guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. Hell yeah, John.
Yeah. Like get it, Spider-Man. Dude, here's the Martin Lawrence's house is nice too, though.
Yeah,
In
and
that
he's got
movie.
that. Well, I mean,
He's gotten above ground.
He is a, yeah.
they make
Also,
him look
great
like it's.
scene when the pool breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So fun.
They make it seem so trash, and you're like, he's got a fat crib, like right on the water in Miami, supporting a family. He's doing all right.
That's my favorite Will Smith movie. It's my favorite Martin Lawrence movie. And name anyone else in that movie. It's
Joe
my,
Pantoliano.
It's my favorite Joe Pantoliano movie.
Gabrielle Union.
Favorite Gabrielle.
Is that the one with Tay Leone? Or is that Bad Boys?
She's the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I do like Bad Boys better than Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys is really good.
They're both really
And
good.
it had such a great soundtrack. It had that Shy Guy.
Shake Your Tail
Shake your
Feather.
tail feathers.
No, I'm talking
That's Bad
about
Boys
Bad
too.
Boys.
Oh,
Bad Boys
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Okay.
Shake Your Tail Feather.
That was good.
That, remember that
The
was
one
like,
Murphy Lee song
And it had that-
hit everybody's ears.
That smoking that la la la.
Remember Queen Bee smoking that la la la? Yeah.
They had that beat was so good.
Yeah, but the song not good.
The beat was really good.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
the franchise like the Houston Rockets, Yao Ming. When he says Yao Ming, so it sounds like Yao Ming. I'm the franchise like the Houston Rockets now, Yao Ming. I can't do it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Bad Boys 2 in the place to be, y'all.
Pure uncut Michael Bay heroin.
Yeah, it was
You know
what
what I
you wanted it to be,
Yeah.
man.
That's when I
Lots of
knew he was.
explosions.
That's when I knew he was legit. As a
Yeah.
director, this guy's perfect.
Well,
The licensed dealer, the X-Man.
yeah, the X-Men. Is that the movie with Screwface in it?
That's March for Death. Or Out for Justice.
Oh, Out for Justice?
Yeah, Out
But
for
the
Justice.
two Haitians are in
Steve
the...
Seagal.
Oh, my bad.
No, the Haitians in this one.
The Haitians in this one are crazy, right?
Yeah.
Lenny
they're super
Kravitz.
fucking-
Lenny Kravitz, look at Haitians just shooting them with like
Also,
Uzis and shit.
blonde dreads.
Yeah.
Call it back to
Oh, I'm betting a lot of these movies with under 30% Rotten Tomatoes scores.
Got some blonde
I
dreads
think
in
we
them.
found a through line.
Let's find out what I'm so furious. My night is ruined, but it's under 30%.
I'm glad that you didn't. I'm glad I got to tell you that because you didn't know it.
I needed to be around friends.
I wish you guys would have seen Ian's face. Ian's face. He looked at me and he's like, "Wait," and I said, "Will Smith," and he's like, "He is."
Yeah. You'll spit you out for a second. I was like, "That's what's good." Yeah. All right. Let's find out what the next selection is. Zach Harper, it's your turn.
Alright, well, I am a little bit late on a movie filmophile, I guess you could say. Cary Grant in 1941 was, no, just kidding, Battlefield Earth. Battlefield Earth.
Oh, gross.
See,
Travolta,
that
Travolta.
If I'm being honest, I've never seen it, but I hear that it's amazing, and it does not deserve 3. Nothing deserves 3%.
This
I
one,
mean,
like,
really?
yeah.
But it's good.
Wait,
From
why
what I
did you
hear.
pick it then?
It's really fun to watch.
Okay.
See, that's the thing. So if it's fun to watch, it shouldn't have 3%.
How is it fun to watch?
Because it's fun
Hate
for
watch?
you to watch them.
Right.
It's fun for me to throw rocks at trains. It doesn't make everybody
That shit, that wouldn't get a 3% on Fun Tomatoes or whatever.
Talk us through Fun Tomatoes.
The first bit of trivia that's posted on IMDb site for this movie is Forrest Whitaker expressed his regret for participating in this movie.
That's on the box set there,
It's on
right?
the box.
I regret participating in this movie, Forrest Whitaker.
Don't stop.
Barry Pepper's in this movie.
Barry Pepper's amazing.
You don't find out his
Everything.
name for 45 minutes.
What's his name?
John. And it's nothing special.
Yeah.
But 45 minutes into the movie, this is great.
For those of you listening, if you somehow don't know, this is the movie based on Dianetics,
Yeah.
the book on which
Is that what
the
that?
Yeah, it's
pseudo-religion Scientology is based
Uh-huh.
on.
It's a Scientology.
Yeah. And it's only the
Oh,
first
yeah.
half of the book because they couldn't get through it all.
And then nobody wanted to make this second.
John Travolta very much wanted to make a second.
What happened? The movie just did.
I thought there was
Horror.
aliens in it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Oh, there's aliens in
There's aliens and
Dianetics.
Dianetics.
The tagline is after enslavement and near extermination by an alien race in the year 3000, humanity has died.
Oh.
Yeah.
Took us a while.
Took
Yeah,
it took a while.
We could get our shit together.
Don't sleep on humanity.
Lazy bunch. One of the screenwriters, this guy J.D. Shapiro, admitted that he got involved with the project because he heard the Scientology Center was a great place to live a woman. That's literally why he
That's probably
I
why he
can
jumped
appreciate that.
Who the hell was
jail
he?
scientists.
Who told? Who is the vicious liar that told him that? I mean, I don't think it's easy to get him.
Battlefield Earth cost $73 million to make and made about $21 million.
Nice. Oh,
So great.
Felt like 28.
Must have felt like 28.
A gentleman's 21 million is what they walked away
Who
with.
is it? Is Travolta an Oscar nominee?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he must be. Okay.
Yeah, for what? Pulp Fiction, right? Best actor. Best support.
Also,
Something.
Forrest Whitaker is in this movie.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Forrest
Oscar
Whitaker
winner.
was
Has anyone
for
done
King of
what?
Scotland.
God, he
Yeah.
really fucked up. Battlefield. Travolta post Pulp Fiction. Battlefield Earth was post Pulp Fiction, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did like Michael and
Oh, Kelly,
Phenomenon.
you better hope Kelly Jordan's not listening. You just named two of her favorite movies. When I tell her over Christmas, hey mom, Ian was talking shit about Michael and Phenomenon, she hasn't taken a plane since I was in first grade.
Your
She'll
name
be
was
here.
almost Michael Phenomenon. You were born later.
Michael Phenomenon Jordan.
That was almost Michael Jordan's name.
Michael put Jordan.
Phenomenon is a great nickname.
And a great movie. I feel like
I like Phenomenon.
It's
I
very
do.
warm.
I do like Phenomenon because when he makes the pin go.
Yeah.
Is that where he's the angel? Or is that
No, Michael's where he's the angel.
Phenomenon
Phenomenon,
is yes,
Phenomenon gets hit by like ball lightning, and then he's like a super genius who can
Sure.
telekinesis.
Robert Duvall also.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That might be all.
It's funny when you go through these Rotten Tomato pages because you see like a bunch of red tomatoes and then a bunch of splats like right in the middle of their career and like a couple more red tomatoes and you're like okay.
Yeah,
Splats were money.
All right.
Yeah,
I was black for the
somebody
cash.
needed to pay for coke for like a decade.
Someone thought it was a good idea in this movie. John Travolta is, when he's in his costume, his aliens are big. Now they're bigger than everybody. He was on 4-foot stilts, which seems wildly dangerous.
He
I'm
was
sure it is.
himself.
Yeah.
Travolta's
I think
walking
they get him
around
to the
on
same
stilts.
height as Forrest Whitaker.
Is Travolta a baby?
He must be.
Get him an apple box. Get him like 15 apple boxes.
When did he make the money to buy planes, by the way? He was big in the 70s,
So look who's talking.
and then all of a sudden he had planes.
Grease
and
got
shit.
it.
Grease must have made so much money, right?
Sure. I mean, Pulp Fiction is like a lot of people say it's the perfect movie, the best movie ever made. So I bet that got him.
But I bet he didn't make that much money from Pulp Fiction.
You don't think so?
No, because that was the resurrection of his career. Now he owns planes and shit.
Face Off might have done.
Face
really
Off.
well.
Yeah.
He also
You know what's
probably-
funny is how well that was received on Rotten Tomatoes. I was surprised. It's like 70% or
It
something.
should be 90.
People know.
It's perfect.
Amazing.
It's a perfect movie.
How many times have you seen Battlefield Earth? Oh, that noise? 15 times?
Damn.
I watch that. That's all I do.
Where did you find it? Do you own the DVDs or online?
Stars or Cinemax or something.
Oh, boy.
I gotta
Right
get
before the porn.
Yeah,
I
sure.
gotta get my
Sad, and
Roku
then this is like,
I would love to add more to the discussion of Battlefield Earth, but I have nothing to say. I haven't seen it.
My last thing that I can say about
Please.
it is there was a rumor that Tom Cruise won the 1990s.
You would know.
You would know.
That's what we got.
Oh,
That's a dangerous mixture when you get into that Scientology stuff. It's a real cocktail.
It is. I can't think of any Tom Cruise movies.
No, I was trying so
Yeah.
hard.
I guess.
You know, he was born on the 4th of July, not yesterday.
Yeah.
Right. I guess Sean's the top guy in this conversation.
Yeah, man, he figured this out as much as possible.
Yeah.
Come on. Hey,
Tropic Thunder.
wait, is that your pick?
No.
What do you got?
Let's go way higher. All right,
You
let's
get
move on to me.
two.
You gotta move.
That's right.
So my first pick,
Serpentine draft.
my first pick, the final pick of the first round. With that pick, I am taking Hook.
Fuck, man.
Whoa.
Hook.
That's under 30?
Yes.
30.
It's 30 on the dot.
30 on the dot.
Wow.
Say who's the Oscar nom in there?
Who's the Oscar nom in there?
Oh, are there multiple?
Robin Williams, Oscar winner.
True story,
Dustin
true
Hoffman,
story.
Oscar winner.
True story.
Julia Roberts. I think
Julia
she's an Oscar-
Roberts,
I think
you're
she's an
right.
Oscar winner.
I forgot about that. For Aaron Brockovich?
Aaron Brockovich, I think. Gwyneth Paltrow, Oscar winner. Plays young Wendy in that
That's
movie.
fucking right.
Yeah.
That is right.
Doc,
Wow.
4 fucking Oscar winners in this motion picture. Maybe 3. I don't know about Julia Roberts. I
That's
think she
bugged.
has one.
I'm sure she
I think she does.
If she
4.
hasn't, give it to her.
4, dude. 30%. Apparently, people don't like this movie. It is one of my favorite
It's
childhood
a
movies.
It's a delight.
cornerstone.
What's not to
Who
like
didn't
about
like it?
Apparently,
You're a
70% of crickets. Crickets. Yeah, we kill pirates.
That movie was so great. My favorite part of that movie, remember when the fat kid has 2 of those marbles?
Yeah, dude.
And then he's like, he really did lose his marbles. And the fat kid's like,
He loses it.
Good. He sounded like Carmel. His voice. He's so
lost them good. That kid is amazing.
He
in it.
rolls into a bowl and kills some pirates.
You know that kid grew up to be in the blind side.
Oh, really?
No,
You're doing it, Peter. You're doing it.
Oh, man.
God, dude, like the food scene in that movie is one of
Scene was
the
great.
most amazing things ever. When he finally imagines the food and it shows up. That's movie magic, my friend.
Yes,
Movie
that's
magic.
how-
That is
that's how-
movie magic.
He dips the spoon in the bowl and he says, "Oh, Rufio," and he throws the empty spoon and it's cake on his face.
Cake on his
You're gonna
face.
30 that shit?
Those colors are amazing.
It seemed like they were just eating frosting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frosting
was.
and meat.
Yeah.
Frosting and frosting and meat.
Yeah.
And wasn't that the first live action Hook? Like the first the first Peter Pan like live action movie they did?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And they've done so many that is so much worse. That
So
one was
bad.
so good right out of the gate.
I didn't know you could not. I didn't know that wasn't a popular book.
Dustin Hoffman is amazing in it.
Paul Peter.
Bob Hoskins.
Who's what?
Yeah.
Bob Hoskins is his.
Oh, yes, Speed. Yeah.
Speed.
Speed? Yeah. That room full of clock, dude. Yeah.
I can't believe that.
That movie made you want to learn how to crow.
Robin Williams talking to his kid. My word is Bond. Yeah. Junk Bond. The baseball hits the thing and the oxygen max
Jack.
fall down.
That kid grew up to be in Can't Hardly Wait.
Oh, yeah. He did.
Who's that, Ethan Embry?
No, the other
It
one.
was the kid who sang Paris.
Yeah.
Also, in What About Bob?
Yeah, that fucking sure the kid that gets dropped in the
That
lake.
movie is it's amazing to me. It
I
looks
can't believe it.
cool.
Yeah, I can't believe it got 30.
Yeah.
Dustin
remember-
Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman is an amazing captain.
Kills
Robin
it.
Williams
I
is
feel like I remember that. It was out on the streets, too. I thought
was out on the
streets.
Rufio was dope.
Rufio was so scary.
Rufio
What a
was
scary big kid.
Rufio was doing. He was a scary big kid.
Fucking scary ass big
Like that kid, if he was on the side of the street you were on, you were walking, like you were turning around and be like, hey man, I can't go over.
Yeah.
I think Rufio.
Rufio's hanging out.
I think he robbed me for Bob's.
Rufio beat me to Street Fighter
I
tournament
think
at the mall.
he took on the mall.
Robbed me from Pogs, dog.
He took on my belly stuff.
David, where those pogs is at?
Yeah.
Right here, Rufio.
Pogs is
Where your pogs is?
Where's your garbage pail for Pogs?
Give me that big slam.
Dude, it is such a good movie. It's so fun.
That's
Rufio's
crazy.
doing rollerblade tricks in it.
That's
There's those
crazy.
sexy ass mermaids who like revive Robin
Yeah.
Williams when he
Yeah.
falls in the water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Julie Roberts is in love with him. Kind of weird. Wait, there's nothing.
And he got Wendy. That dude
Yeah.
couldn't lose.
Yeah, there's nothing. Not to like.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't understand.
It's so good.
It's like
I would want. It's kind of a Christmassy movie. It's not a Christmas movie, but it's
But it
Christmassy.
feels, it's got Christmas colors in it.
Yeah.
and it teaches you how to be a kid again.
Yes.
Yeah.
sitting there.
Right, exactly.
Like a big, still mean Rufio.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I'm afraid of minorities because they'll kill them.
Yes.
Right.
Right. Rufio, yeah, the weird, crazy punk rock.
He had a
Filipino
red
kid.
mohawk. Yeah, that's why he was just killing grown-ups.
He was. They were like
That's so
killing grown-ups.
badass. Yeah, he was like, I killed pirates. Huh? What do
I
you
wouldn't be surprised if we walked down the street, like outside, and just saw some kid with a red mohawk.
Oh, that's a Rufio. That you could wear the Rufio outfit to the club in any decade.
Yeah.
Any decade. It would be fly. Anything. You'd be like, whoa, look at that crazy dude.
The skateboarder wasn't he?
Yeah.
Keep flying
He
through
was
on
a
like a
windsurfer.
or yeah, windsurfer.
Yeah, I think he just did. I think he was one of those Point Break kind of guys.
Right.
Just kind of did all
I
of
think he
it.
was a student athlete.
Can I tell you one last iconic actor who's in this movie?
I'd love to hear.
Glenn Close.
Oh, Wendy.
No, Glenn Close is not Wendy. Wendy's the.
She's a
Glenn
pirate.
Close is the pirate who they put in the boo box.
Really?
In a crazy cameo where she just wanted to be involved.
Probably.
Glenn Close just dressed up as a pirate. Just in the boo box. The boo box. Yeah.
Dangerous.
Glenn Close. This like. I'll show you. Like you can see right there.
Oh wow.
It's fucking Glenn Close. If you're at home right now, Google
Whoa.
Glenn Close.
I would not have thought
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I would have never known.
They put Glenn Close in the boo box with a bunch of scorpions. She doesn't deserve that. But that's movie magic again, you know?
That's dangerous. To want to be in that movie is a real fatal attraction. We're not doing that anymore. I thought that
I
was the
can't
point.
name any more Glenn Close movies.
101 Dalmatians. She's lucky they didn't put 101 Dalmatians in there.
Right, no room.
Sure.
Yeah.
Minority Report.
Is that one of them?
I was talking. Back to Tom Cruise. I was slacking on
Glenn
GC.
Close could have 100% been in Minority Report.
Yeah, she could have been one of the little.
Alright, let's check it.
All right, so we got to turn it around. We got to turn it around.
David's gonna keep
I've
it
been
going.
shopping at the
Dude,
bit.
we
For
got-
the next one, I don't want to get into it.
My next pick. Because I'm not going to pick again for so long. Okay.
You're right. This shit's gonna be gone, dog.
Okay, it's all going to be
I
fucking
can't
gone.
wait.
I am going to take
I wasn't even on
I would
that.
have never taken that movie.
I shouldn't have picked it. I regret it immediately.
No, it's fine.
I'll say this. The
It's
only
fine.
reason I regret picking it is that I feel like in my head I was like, none of these guys are going to Chico.
No, I didn't take it.
And I got some movies on here that I know you guys are going to fucking pick. But
If you
I
love it, you gotta listen to your heart.
love Da Vinci Code.
It
Star
was
one,
good.
Tom Hanks, going around the world, solving mysteries.
Who was that?
Rachel Weisz.
Who was the albino who killed?
Oh,
That
who was
dude
like whipping himself?
Was
That
fuck.
guy was
He had
crazy.
that like chain garter that he put around his alternating on his thighs to punch
Yeah.
himself
Yeah.
before he went and did the Lord's work. His name was like Silas or Cyrus. or
Silas, I think. Yeah.
And he was like the priest's like weird demon knight. Good, like I'm doing good, but I'm killing people at the same time.
Dude, it's
Illuminati man.
Illuminati
I
shit.
read that book.
That's a fun book,
It's
right?
fun. Yeah, I read it when it came out. She's like 13 or something.
That was like the first book that my friend Dix read, and so that's in turn his favorite movie. It's just because he could tell people be like, "Oh, this is like a lot different than the book," and we're like, you picked up a book, dog. I get it. you
That's
know?
great, though. I appreciate
I was the same way with The Client. That movie, The Client, I read it 4 straight semesters.
How old were you?
High school.
So Dix was like 25.
Okay. But I
Yeah.
did the same teacher 4 straight semesters because he never wrote down what you did. Shout out to Mr. Lawrence, the whole reason I'm a writer to this day. But yeah, I did it 4 straight semesters because he didn't care.
That's sick.
What
So,
the hell did
you
do?
were working-
I don't want to blow this. I don't want to blow
No, this was in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this
You
was in
read
high
that.
school.
You reading that one book 4 times in a row is basically more than all the work I did in
I
high
think-
school put together.
I
I
think
think
the-
he was probably stuck.
I think the 4th time I just watched the movie. And I think I recap, but the first 3 times I definitely read the book.
Yeah. Da Vinci Code got a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't agree with that.
25% is crazy.
It's better than book.
Audrey Tauto's in it, being cute and French as all get out.
Yep.
Ian McKellen's in there, moving around on crutches. You know, they go to his
Oh,
house.
that's right. He's like
fly-ass
the,
house.
kind of the martyr, like the guy who's just
Yeah.
been waiting for this day.
Yeah. And Audrey Tattoo at the end of it, spoiler alert, I guess. I don't care. If you haven't seen Da Vinci Code, you don't want to at this point. She's like, turns out to be related to Christ.
Yeah.
That's one of the whole story of the movie. Is like Christ had kids.
A direct descendant.
His bloodline
He was
exists
saving
on
her
Earth.
the whole time.
It makes you think, though. You're like,
Yeah.
what if Jesus was just a dude who wasn't like, what if he was not?
Is that where we're going tonight?
Well, like, what if then he just had some kids and you're one of Jesus' just like still be Buck to be related.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Well, why can't he have kids and still be a god?
Listen, guys, these are questions for a different.
Well,
I'm sorry, I'm depressed now.
what Ron Howard and Tom Hanks would suggest is that Mary Magdalene and Jesus had kids.
Yeah.
You know? And Audrey Tattoo is one of those kids.
Mary Magdalene.
Yeah,
I gotta say,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
I think
she-
everyone, yeah, Magdalene's hot as hell. Yeah. There's some pictures recently surfaced.
Somebody hacked her. Somebody hacked her.
Somebody
her-
ripped her scrolls.
Yeah, and then the scrolls do. Gene Reno's in it. I love Gene Reno, dude. It's just a fun capery movie.
Yeah,
It was. It's a great movie to go see in the theater.
It's
popcorn.
yeah, it's
I love it.
pseudo history where it makes like history seem like more, it's
Yeah,
like cool.
like,
Yeah,
it's
like
kinda
National
edgy.
Treasure.
it is like
Yeah.
National Treasure, which had too high of a rating for me to
Yeah.
take, so I had to take
Oh,
Junior. I had to take Junior.
And it's got a lot of that
National
shit like, we need to be in Egypt. And
Yeah.
then they just hop on a plane and
And
go to
they get
Egypt.
to
You're like,
Egypt.
where's this bankroll coming
Our
from?
accounts have been frozen. Somehow by the Illuminati, of course.
Yeah.
The Swiss bank. There's always banks involved, you know.
They had that weird like Chinese finger trap thing that they had to solve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really
the
wanted
ink
one.
thing, the scroll ink thing or
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
It was like a dope ass remix.
For 2069, I thought it was.
Probably, yeah.
187311.
So I mean that's my pick. I don't regret it one bit. The Da Vinci Code, sticking with it. I feel good about my picks. I got
All right.
Tony Hanks in the house.
All right.
Zach Harper, it's time
Wait,
for yours.
was that your second? What was
That was the second.
Look.
Look.
Oh, that's
Look,
not
yeah.
good.
All right.
Zach Harper, it's time for yours.
So this next movie features 3 Academy nominees for sure, maybe winners: Frank Langella, Richard Jenkins, and Whoopi Goldberg. The movie is Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Yeah.
I love the movie Eddie. I will watch that every time it's on.
Damn it.
Fan from the upper deck gets brought in to for this promotion. She coaches up the Knicks better than anyone's coached up the Knicks, and she just captures the city spirit as Frank Langella, who is Wild Bill Burgess has purchased the Knicks and he wants to move them to St. Louis.
That's the conceit of the movie.
Yeah, and she's gotta rally the troops to be good, get the fans involved,
Yeah.
keep the Knicks in New York. He's at one point riding a horse wearing tennis shoes
Yeah.
on a court.
That's how they do it in St. Louis.
Yeah, exactly.
Gateway to the West. Let's get over there.
Little cowboy
Doesn't
country.
he-
Eddie is just
Doesn't he fall in love with her?
He's got this weird
There's like a weird relationship.
it's kind of
like,
feel it's a
they
little
got a
Thomas,
Ross and Rachel, right?
or like Thomas Jefferson type of deal.
Whoa, wait. You said
That's what it feels like to me.
Hey.
They fire the coach of the Knicks so she can replace it, and then mid-season he takes over the Hornets job, and is just and they have to beat the Hornets to get into the playoffs. So there's a real circle
To make the playoffs?
to make the playoffs.
Yeah, because they were so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he started surging back, and it was all real NBA teams,
Yeah.
real NBA players.
Mark Jackson's in it.
Yeah.
Rick Fox is in it.
Rick Fox.
Yeah.
Rick Fox.
Oscar nominee Rick Fox.
Yeah.
Oscar nominee.
Rest in peace, Malik Sealy plays Stacey Patton, who's the star player. Gary
right.
Payton is a street baller in the movie. Anthony Mason's in the movie. John
Gary Payton
Starks
wasn't
is in the
even in the
movie.
league.
No, he wasn't. They didn't put him in the league. He's a street baller.
Dude, Greg Ostertank's in the movie.
Yeah.
Dwayne
He's a
Shinsis.
Dwayne Shinsis.
Dwayne Shinsis.
John Starks is in there?
John
Did
Starks.
this dude just act this?
Did this dude just act this?
It's a
Yeah.
great movie.
What's the percentage on Rotten Tomatoes?
It's 15%.
Wow.
That's bullshit.
That's high school.
Yeah.
That's like somebody's husband had sex with Whoopi Goldberg, and then they're like, you know what? 15%.
Holden Polynice explains what a black hole is scientifically.
movie?
In that movie, he's at the free throw line. Someone thinks that Eddie called a player a black hoe, but he says no, it's called a black hole. And someone's like, what's a black hole? And Holden Polynice explains it in a very scientific Neil deGrasse Tyson type of way.
It's amazing. Yeah, Old Pauline's an expert on both of them.
And he once got arrested for pretending to be a cop
Old Pauline's
in real life.
Let Old Pauline's do Old Pauline's stuff. He wants to go out there and make our society safer.
Maybe Sacramento or
Was he even walking for a little bit?
He was playing when he got arrested for pretending
This might have
to be
been
a cop.
post career. I kind of think it was at the end of his career.
Just tall ass Old Pauline's.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, I'm a cop. No, you're Old Pauline's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on the hood.
Dude, Eddie, that's a fun pick. I can't. Yeah.
One of my favorite movies.
Dude, Whoopi
So like if you watch Cocktail, I just watched Cocktail like a week ago. If you watch Cocktail, it's not very linear. It doesn't make a ton of sense. But if you just take it for what it is, it's just entertaining. Like
It
this
is.
dude, you know, he goes into this bar, he just gets a job. Wouldn't happen. But he ends up, it's like Coyote Ugly, he just ends up working his fucking ass off. He's wringing his socks out at the end of the night. I bartended, you don't wring your fucking socks out. But it's fun. It's fun to think that you do. And then he ends up just like, I swear he moves to what Kokomo was about. Like what the Beach Boys wrote Kokomo about.
It was a beautiful
Where
island.
he lives.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't know if it's
Elizabeth Shue they just meet and she's never done a thing wrong in her whole life as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, she's looking fly in there, right?
Dog.
Yeah.
She will look fly.
Big shoe.
God, she's amazing. But
Makes you tired.
and then you know he ends up killing. He ends up killing his like partner or whatever. It's just a very
What?
nonsensical.
Now I haven't seen this movie.
You never seen Cocktail?
It's like Color Money with booze.
Yeah, yeah.
Booze. It's like based on TGI Fridays, right? They're like throwing these.
Basically.
They're throwing these bottles.
It's flash bartending. There's a part where he's like he's bartending, and this is why I got a 5%. But I love this about it. They're bartending in this just heated New York club atmosphere. And he gets on the bar and he goes, "Who wants to hear a poem?" And everybody just shuts up.
Yo,
And they're like, "I'd love to hear a poem."
that is the worst poem too.
And he,
What
yeah,
is the poem?
it's
What is it? I gotta look it up.
Like pull up if you read it
Probably
because you're
get
very
transcript.
poetic.
I am a poetic man.
But he reads his poem and then everyone calms down and they're like, "Hooray!" And then they just go back to casually pouring drinks for people. You got it?
I do. I got it right here. I am the last barman poet. I see America drinking the fabulous cocktails I make. Americans getting stinky on something I stir or shake. The sex on the beach, the schnapps made from peach. The velvet hammer, the Alabama slammer. I make things with juice and froth. The pink squirrel, the three-toed sloth. I make drinks so sweet and snazzy. The iced tea, the kamikaze. The orgasm, the death spasm. The Singapore sling, the ding-a-ling. America, you've just been devoted to every flavor I got. But if you want to get loaded, why don't you just order a shot?
Real talk.
And then the bar erupts and everybody gets
The
shots.
bar is over.
You would have roughed though. If you heard that, if you were just in a bar and the bartender was just like, "Hold up,"
Yeah.
I would
The fantasy.
How is this not mixed into that Little John song?
How
is that not sampled?
I don't know how rappers haven't been referencing it for years.
Do you think there's a couple trying to break up at that bar, and then he gets up there, you know,
There's
it's
fucking
fucking this poem. Yeah.
No, and then they're like, you know what? I don't want. Let's just do some shots.
Yeah,
We'll talk
just some
about
shots.
it.
Talk it out.
And then they invited like another person into the bedroom that night.
Yeah.
Solved their marriage. Turns out that's what they were both into. They just needed that for themselves. The guy likes to watch.
They fucked Tom Cruise.
Uh-huh.
Fuck Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
And
so
Tom
they had to
Cruise
bring up
wasn't
their
going home
socks.
to anybody, so he was fine with it. When was he gonna do that?
He hadn't met. I assume he strips Elizabeth Shue at some point.
At some point,
And
but not
there's
that.
death?
Huh?
Somebody dies.
Yeah, he did. He kills.
What happens to Tom Cruise? I'll just watch it. You know what? I'll just watch it.
What happens to Tom Cruise? Well, he went on to make a bunch of other movies.
Yeah.
He was up.
The thing about this poem is I've never heard the drink called the ding-a-ling. I don't believe it exists.
I
Or the
knew-
death spasm.
Death spasm.
I've heard of like you know, everybody's got different.
What's the pink squirrel?
I don't know. I know what a kamikaze is.
Big squirrel is a whole grapefruit floating in a
Yeah, really.
Miller Lite.
I should know what all these are because I'm an
Oh, they're
alcoholic.
naming that now?
Yeah, it's a big squirrel, dude. That's called Gentleman's Breakfast.
Fucking
All out
Tuesday.
grapefruit.
I'm sure there's more to say about Cocktail.
Cocktail,
but let's
there it
keep
is.
Moving. David Boy, it's time for your second pick, the last pick of the second round.
This is so hard.
Yes.
I'm gonna go my last pick, Swordfish.
Swordfish.
All right.
26%, starring the man Don Cheadle, nominated for Hotel Rwanda.
Yeah, yes.
And then
And
also,
Halle Berry.
also Halle Berry.
Halle
Also-
Bizzle.
Winner.
Also John Travolta, Hugh Jackman.
Huge Jack.
That movie fucking ruled.
When he's getting a mouth shot and he's like has to type in that code and you're
Yeah.
like mouth shot, gun to his head, typing in a code.
It's
You're
like,
like, what?
they made hacking so sexy.
Yeah.
Or like when they first talk about John Travolta, they're like, he lives in a world that you don't exist.
Where they-
It's
where
just
they
like,
don't get
he does a
haircuts.
spin and walks in a club. Halle Berry topless for the first time.
dope about this pick for you is that the same director that directed Gone in 60 Seconds directed this movie back to back.
You have a time.
Back to back?
Back to back, 2000, 2001.
Wow. Ew.
That was a great movie, star-studded. I don't understand how it gets less than 30. If you watch that movie, it's so fun. They made nerd shit look cool.
Yeah.
Like he came, that lady gave him a beach, gun to his head. I don't even know how hacking works.
No.
To me, it's just people get on and beep, boop, bop, boop, beep, and then the bank is down. I don't know what that looks like.
There's a website. Oh, it just
Just spoiled Mr. Robot for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
There's a website called Hacker Typer. If you Google Hacker Typer, you go on there and any button you hit, it just makes it look like hacking.
Oh,
It's amazing. You have to do it. You can be like, I'm hacking into the mainframe, and then you just like start randomly hitting keys, and it looks amazing. It's just
Shout out
like
to Hacker Type.
shout out to Hacker Typer.
Oh, don't talk. Somebody cut the hard line. I don't know what to do. Hold on.
Yeah. Find it back to us.
Somebody go move the drive. Move the drive.
That is
Oh shit, we're out of alcohol. Let me crack it.
What do they ever do? Just give me 30 seconds. I just need 30 seconds. Like how can that take 30 seconds?
I don't even understand what they're doing.
It feels like you
I
should
don't
have 1
understand
second or all day.
Yeah,
You know what?
Yeah.
I don't want to understand. It's just like I don't understand Apollo 13. I don't understand the scientific. I don't care.
First
I
of all,
just
I've
know
never
that it
had-
happened.
never been to space. But I
Sure,
understand
sure.
what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, it was a warehouse.
Yeah.
It was the wind. How was the flag blown on the moon? Flag blown in the wind that doesn't exist.
Stanley. 3 words for you. Stanley.
I got some.
I was sitting next. We went to see that in the theater, Swordfish. And I was sitting next to my friend Rue, and when Halle Berry's the sun thing came off, and you could see her breast, it just go. He's like. It was like that, and then I realized I'm like, you didn't want to see Swordfish, you wanted to see Halle Bizzle.
Yeah, of course you want.
I mean, so did I, but I'm just saying.
She got an extra $500,000 for that.
She should have gotten extra mil.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, 2 mil.
This
Mil
man,
per.
but then you watch Monsters
and on
Ball
that
like a
same
year later.
scale, I hope they gave her 50 mil for Monsters Ball.
That's
Right,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
She was getting
I watched that
handled in
movie with
Monsters
my mom
Ball.
for the first time.
Oh,
Monsters Ball?
The worst. We were in the basement, and my mom. I remember because my mom said.
I just want to feel
And I
something
remember
else.
specifically when I'm saying, "Oh my God, Halle Berry's breast," and I was just like, "This is the worst time."
No.
This can happen.
I'm so uncomfortable.
I don't ever want either of my
Because he-
parents' opinion on breasts.
And that was
He-
such a
they
depressing
did it,
sex
too.
scene.
It was
Hey.
depressing sex
Yeah,
scene.
because it was like her
And it
kid
was-
died, right? And she's
right.
like, I just want to feel something.
She said,
different.
"Make me feel good. Can you make me
Oh,
feel
God,
good?"
that sucks.
Yeah.
He
Really
did though.
bugged.
Just credit.
You think he got it?
So that was that big.
John Travolta turned down that movie 6 times.
He did, really?
He didn't know that
What
Halle
did
Berry was signed.
That he turned down? That's the movie he
What
turned
they do
down?
on Lucky Number 7? Like, hey, it's not Battlefield Earth again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
I think it was, you got the Gone in 60 Seconds director. I'm in.
So wait, I'm swinging back around on this
Absolutely.
one.
Now you got the 3rd pick.
Another one I don't think you guys are gonna get. That's great though. Booty Tang.
Booty Tang was on the list for me.
29%.
Wait, who's
Robert Vaughn, best actor in a supporting role for the Young Philadelphians in 1950 fucking 9. Booty Tang.
Damn, dude.
You know,
I was in the crates for this one.
You were deep in
I
the
went
crates.
deep in the racks.
I tried to figure out a way to get
Dig
it.
it.
I tried to hack the mainframe into Booty Tang.
Meanwhile, you just don't have that website.
I couldn't get through the firewall.
I love it when you
There was
almost
a 7-headed Hydra. I had to go around the back.
you almost run out of breath. You know it's a good answer when
Yeah.
1959.
Yeah,
Booty Tang is so good.
Simon
Tang is
Pegg,
good.
Running Kind,
Yeah.
Sarate. There's so
Sarate
many.
and the Chicken Tap. Written by Louis C.K.
Directed too.
Directed by Louis C.K.
It's one of those movies that it came out and people hated on it just because it looked easy to hate on.
Yeah.
You're like, did you watch it? And most people said no, and you go watch it, and then they watch it and they're like, oh yeah, it was
Do you know how hard it is to talk without saying anything and make it sound like English?
Right?
Just that alone. How do you write that? Just try to do that
it's
with your English cadence. How about it? It's
Yeah.
so hard. I just showed.
I don't know if I can do it. Slap it again.
No, I just watched I Love You Man today. You can't do that.
Oh yeah, slap it face.
Slap
mother.
it face.
I didn't even know I said that. Oh,
We all sound like fools.
That doesn't sound right.
I can't do it.
No, just that. Yeah, that movie. So Booty Tang. Double down on it.
I feel bad because I've seen all these movies like that are like basically like spoofing blaxploitation movies. Booty Tang.
Never seen any blaxploitation movies.
I've never seen any
They're
blaxploitation location.
pretty great.
Are they good?
Yeah, man.
My favorite is
Wait a
Cotton
minute.
Comes to Harlem. I don't know if you've seen that.
I've never seen
It's
it.
great. I even have a framed movie poster on my mom.
Which one?
Cotton Comes to Harlem.
I never heard.
I'm a
It's
big
great.
coffee fan. Big Dolomite fan.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't
Dolomite's
seen
for the
Fantastic.
kids.
Would
Because
Fear
he
of a
just
Black
doesn't-
Cat count?
No.
No.
That's like Rated R's.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know what by definition what black exploitation.
It's
Dude,
like
they were-
Black Caesar, The Mac, Superfly.
Oh yeah,
1970s.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Fear of a Black Cat wouldn't count.
Tall shoes.
I learned something.
Based on like kung fu movies, basically.
Yeah.
White people love a lot of.
A lot of cheetah print.
Shit.
A lot of cheetah print.
What?
You don't want me to take down Big Karate.
We're not gonna. Karate.
You don't got the time or the energy to take down Big Karate right now.
Dude.
That was my nickname in prep school, dude. Big Karate.
Karate, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of
They call
people.
me Young Roddy these days.
Young Roddy.
What were our nicknames yesterday? We were
Oh
chilling.
shit, we had good ones.
It were the movies that we watched.
Oh God.
Sleepless in
Sleepless
Seattle and what was
in
the
Seattle.
Oh,
Baby boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Baby
Boy.
Boy and Sleepless in Seattle. What if you were just like, yeah, I'm rolling over with my dudes, Baby Boy and Sleepless in Seattle?
I wouldn't know what was gonna happen.
Honestly,
I don't know if I get a knife or
Yeah.
some
Like I'll put some champagne on ice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It'd be so much tighter. Think of how much harder those sound if you didn't know they were movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be even
If
crazier.
your boy's nicknamed Sleepless in Seattle, but it's not a popular romantic comedy.
Why won't he sleep? Seattle's such a relaxing place.
He's been in prison in Seattle for that long, he just can't sleep.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
thinking about how he's gonna kill that guy that's fucking his wife when he gets out of prison and from Seattle.
Yeah, 'cause if you have like my boy Hungry in Houston's coming over. I we should meet at a Denny's or something.
I knew a dude named Hungry and he was a bad guy.
Hungry?
He robbed my friend at the Denver Diner. Shout out to Denver Diner.
Had to get like that.
Of course he was
Hungry.
Why did you want it more?
Get hungry.
So yeah, that's my double down.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Booty Tang and Swordfish, fantastic. Sean Jordan, building on the success. of
Also,
Cocktail.
by the way,
Yes.
Pootie Tang and Swordfish. I just don't want it to be without acknowledging that's a great dude.
That's it's great.
Back
Booty
to
Tang.
back.
What are you doing tonight? Booty Tang and Swordfish. You want a kick? I can't. It's my anniversary, so we're gonna get some Booty Tang and Swordfish.
You can,
Booty smells like Pootie Tang and Swordfish.
you can go to a restaurant.
Booty Tang and Swordfish is like that Texan candy. I smell booty tang, swordfish, yeah.
You go to a restaurant and order that, and then it just appears written on the menu. You're like, oh, turns out we do have that. Turns out you can get the Booty Tang and Swordfish. I thought we didn't have it here.
Booty Tang and Swordfish was
The steakhouse.
That was the first crossover Chitlin Circuit Catskills comedy act. Where it was a Jewish guy and a black.
I think those were actually the two. They were two of the original Little Rascals.
They were Booty
They
Tang
got
and
kicked
Swordfish.
out.
Booty Tang and Swordfish were the first two people to call each other Youngblood.
Yeah. Booty Tang and Swordfish were Christopher Columbus's two boats that sank on the way over there. This is where he said the need
It's
of
the
the
original boat that sank.
Booty Tang sank, Swordfish sank. And they was like, oh no, we only brought 3 boats.
I guess it's the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
and Booty Tang and Swordfish. Oh,
That was fun.
good gracious. Sean Jordan, it is your turn to build on the success of Cocktail. Where you going?
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with The Beach.
Oh.
And The Beach isn't necessarily the most popular movie
I
among
liked
everybody. It got 19% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is absolute horseshit.
That's
Criminal.
horseshit.
It's horseshit. My
That
roommate
movie
and
where
I.
they're like traveling.
Yeah,
And
so
it's like when they want to leave them.
Nardo goes over to fucking Thailand. and,
Nard DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just a tourist and he's complaining like the monologue or the I don't know the dialogue or whatever she's gonna talk about how everybody goes on vacation just to sit in their hotel and watch movies and shit. So he's walking around, takes a shot of snake blood, and then this crazy dude in the hotel next to him, Thailand, and he meets this banging ass French girl and this banging ass French dude. They're both banging, and
That's what they do.
very sexual.
And then Leo reads them this bar
They get this
poem.
map.
They read this bar poem.
Yeah.
And then
And then Pootie Tang and Swordfish.
swim up.
Those were the French people. It was Booty Tang and Swordfish.
They did these two weird drugs called Booty Tang and Swordfish, one up each nostril.
Yeah.
No, they go to the island and they go to the beach and they just have this amazing time. There's like a shark in that movie. Tilda Swinton killed it. She was like the only other head in there, but everybody else did great. It was just a
It's
solid.
a beautiful movie too.
Yeah, it's shot
Looks
so
great.
well.
Is there a shark attack in it?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a shark.
there's a shark
He
attack.
kills
Yeah.
a shark.
Yeah.
He kills a shark, and then the shark comes and like attacks a Swedish dude. And that's like the pinnacle of the movie,
Yeah.
the climax or whatever, where they have to basically kill this dude. And then they all leave, realize what a mistake they made, and then it shows like the first IMAX, which is hilarious. Like one of those first cyber bars.
Oh.
That's where they end the movie.
Oh, really? And it was like
A bunch of
IMAX
those-
computers in
Yeah,
it?
and it's like one of those pictures that takes like 10 minutes to download, like line by line. It's a dope movie. I don't know how it got 19.
Yeah.
It's.
That is-
Why do you think that? Why do you think that? What about that movie? That
I
video
feel
game
like
scene?
people play out DiCaprio.
He's amazing.
I know, but people still play him out, man.
He's always been amazing. Basketball Diaries,
Yeah.
all these movies were. He's always been dope.
Good great.
Yeah,
It made hella money. DiCaprio was nominated for a Razzie Award for Worst Actor.
That's
There's no way.
there's
For that
one.
movie.
There's a video game scene in there.
Yeah.
But that's just Danny Boyle being him. That's not Nardo. Nardo murdered that movie.
Video game scene like it looks like Doom or like Duke Nukem.
Kind of like he's walking around like Pac-Man kind of, and like it's a scene in the jungle where he's just losing his mind.
Oh, weird. Well,
It's
okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
It works in the movie.
You're perfect. Listen, I saw the beach. I enjoyed it. I never was watching.
No,
anything
dog.
like-
Fucking stop, dude.
What did it get? Watch your mouth. All right, Zach Harper. We gotta keep it moving. I want to go off on all these tangents.
Yeah,
We gotta keep skating. Zach Harper, it is your turn to draft your third movie. It's a Battlefield Earth and Eddie.
All right. I'm gonna stick with Frank Langella,
Oh,
who plays in the 1987 classic that only got 17%. He plays Skeletor in Masters of the Universe.
That was on there.
How is that 17%?
Courtney Cox.
I've never seen it.
Dolph
Will
Lundgren
Lord.
is
Wait,
He-Man.
there's a live action?
It's
Yeah.
fucking.
There's a live action He-Man?
It's
Yeah.
dope.
I didn't even know that.
Dope,
It's
dude.
so good.
Watch it tonight.
Is it pretty,
It's live action.
Were you into He-Man?
sexual.
Were you into He-Man?
Huge.
I had
You
it.
know the characters and stuff, like Beastman and shit. Evil Lynn, Tila. It's got all of them in it. It's so
That's
good.
what Thundercats.
Yeah.
Thundercats was Thundercats was fun.
No, who said, was He-Man on Sight Beyond Sight?
No, he was the
That was
Castle
Thundercats.
Grayskull. I have
Yeah.
the power. That was He-Man.
Oh, by the power of grace.
Yeah. And we took out the sword in the cartoon, made this dope ass like metal
Yeah.
sound. Yeah.
That movie was so good. I don't know if
I have never seen Master.
Yeah,
It's great.
It's got like the Skeletor's four main henchmen, and I remember when that movie came out, their dolls had just come out. They were like the
Yeah.
four, you know how they made like new characters every now and again?
I love the
These
toys.
were just the four brand new toys, and then the movie comes out, and we're like, wow, dude, they got the new ones.
Yeah.
Who were the four henchmen? Because I may have had the toys.
Beastman, which was an old guy, and then there was like
Blade.
dude with the sword guy,
Yeah.
and they had the guy with the tongue, right?
I had the
There was like a-
face toy that would spit water.
I had the He-Man toy.
You had like a suction cup mouth.
I think
remember
that's
that.
just a sex toy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you could fuck it. But like,
That was a bath pillow.
and I fucked the fuck out of it. But like, there was
Fuck anything.
that one where you could like dent his armor and like.
Yeah, the dude who
Looking
just every time there was the
Yeah.
skunk horde.
And they had Manny faces.
That guy was in there.
Yeah.
No, the mermaid guy was in there, right?
Right. The had like the neck that would like expand.
Yeah, there was like a mermaid guy in there.
Manny faces. He had like a robot face. Weird little slug lizardy face.
Yep.
There was one that looked like his armor.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of like a Doctor Doom
Yeah.
type of scenario.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There are two heartwarming things from this movie that I love.
Please.
One, Frank Langella went on record in an interview saying that Skeletor was one of his favorite roles because his kid was super into Skeletor, super into He-Man, and would run around the house like saying the lines constantly. So he kind of made it for his
He
kid.
was a good, scary skeleton.
Was he good?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
he
kid,
was great.
swordfish, and his jelly.
Um,
Right? It kind of sounds. It sounds like
and he wrote this line in it that it's tell me about the loneliness of good, He-Man. Is it equal to the loneliness of evil? That's a dope line if you
It's a
think
good
about it.
line.
Yes. And the whole idea of the castle was that power is not good or evil, it's what you choose to do with it. So they tried to like balance that out with like the scenery and stuff. It was like one of the biggest sets that had ever been in existence. They had to like cut two sound stages together and knock down the wall. heartwarming thing was Mattel, who did the He-Man toys. They
Yeah.
ran a contest where the winner got to be in the movie. And they were so behind schedule and over budget. The movie they had to like rush it through, but they still this winner Richard Sponder was Pig Boy in the movie.
Big boy.
So he
Pig
wins the
Boy.
contest. He gets to be Pig Boy.
Good spot, Mickey.
Yeah, and he hands Skeletor like this powerful staff that he gets to her. So like they let someone win a contest and be in the movie and
And be
hand
in the
something to
movie.
Skeletor. Like it wasn't some shitty like extra in the background. He hands something to
Like
Skeletor.
a major role.
Yeah.
Like, you get to be in the movie. But you're gonna play Pig Boy.
It was Courtney Cox's first major movie. Yeah.
So dope.
It's great.
A lot of it takes like the big scene takes place at a high school dance, which I've always been a
What?
fan of. Like
What?
high
Yeah.
school
Wait,
setting.
how?
Because
Wait,
they
she's
come
in
to
high school?
Yeah, they come
Well,
to
they come to the real
Earth.
Yeah, they come in through the portal.
They try to fuck things up in a mall
There's
in
this
high
magic
school.
synthesizer that opens up a portal that lets He-Man in and it lets all the villains in, so they fucking like Terminator, wreak havoc in our world.
So 87. Synthesizer.
Synthesizer, dude.
There's a magic thin tie, which
Yeah.
opens the portal.
There's magic there.
He brings it into a pawn shop and they're like, I don't know, and he goes, I don't know what it is, and he's just playing it. And you're like, you're not gonna fucking play it. No.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I'm a virtuoso. That's amazing. Dolph Lundgren
Dolph
is
Lundgren's
He-Man?
He-Man. He's a great He-Man.
I guess I would want an American
Yeah.
to play He-Man.
He is a good He-Man.
He's a good He-Man.
He looks like He-Man.
I love Dolph Lundgren. I would
I
have
tried to
liked
get
an
Rocky
American
for this.
Oh yeah,
It's
right?
like 39.
It's 39. It should be.
Yeah,
But-
it's not-
Yeah, that's a
It
hard.
should
You know
be.
what the score for Rocky 4 should be? 1776 on Rotten Tomatoes.
July 4th,
July
1976.
4th, 1776, dude. That should be the fucking score for it.
That movie was dripping with just America just look at these. Yeah, that's fun.
All right.
That's
That's it. I'm done. Peace.
I'm mad about that one.
Yeah,
Peace.